what's happening? And welcome. Yeah. All right. Well, you know, good to have Artie back on the show. Still no JD, but Artie back.
Oh, well.
What happened to JD? Is he still
Take
sick?
what you can get.
That's a long story, Artie.
Someone told me
that was all yesterday's show.
he's got anxiety.
Yeah, from hanging around with you.
You know what?
From hanging around with me.
Yeah.
You are contagious.
You
that's
messed
great.
that kid up.
You know what's happening to me? All the stuff I did drugs to suppress is now killing me because I've always had tremendous anxiety. I have.
Yes.
And like bad, almost OCD type stuff. I was, I guess, you know, self-medicating it, and now I have insane anxiety attacks to the point where I was talking to my shrink yesterday, and I said to him, listen, I can't function right now, so I'm going to drink whiskey unless you give me something. I'm on medication that's not addictive, but it's like an antidepressant, anti-anxiety thing.
Yeah.
And it takes 4 weeks to get in your system.
Right.
So he said to me, he goes, well, I said, like, what's going to get me, like, normal to function at this point? And he gave me this thing that, I'll tell you, it leveled me right out. But the problem is it's addictive. And he said...
What is it?
It's called Klonopin.
Oh, yeah. Dominic once told me about Klonopin. He knew someone on it, or he took one once
I
when he
thought
was...
Bob Levy was on it at one
Maybe
time.
he was.
I don't know about him. I know he couldn't pronounce it, we were saying. But it's in the Xanax family. It's not as strong. But he's like, obviously, the goal is to use this until the other stuff kicks in. Because the other stuff isn't addictive. It's just like an antidepressant, but more with
That's why it takes so long to work.
But more with anxiety, yeah. You could take 20 of them and nothing different will happen. But I took a few of these last night and a few this morning, and I'm leveled out, man. So, you know.
Didn't Dominic once mention this for, like, when you go on a plane, they give it to you sometimes if you can't fly?
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
for being real anxious.
Right.
Well,
you know, so what happened over the weekend to you? Because JD's a whole nother story. JD now is at the doctor because he's freaking out.
he wasn't with me, but
He couldn't be with you. That's what he told us. He wouldn't have been there.
I thought he had like the flu or something.
Well, he started out having some sort of physical illness, but now it's turned into a mental thing.
Because you can make it, well, you know this, you can make it physical.
Right.
You can make it to where you're almost throwing up. Like,
And that's what he said. He was nauseous and the whole thing.
Lisa G's in the loop somehow, and she got him a doctor, and he's going to see the doctor this morning as soon as possible.
talking to this guy, I mean, obviously your guy recommended him. He's good at what he does.
Right.
Just talking to the guy, when you leave there, you feel okay.
Right.
It's almost like I want to see him every day.
So go see him every day.
I made that suggestion to him, and he's like, fine.
Yeah, do
if
it.
that's what you need.
Yeah.
But the goal here is now to just, he goes, I won't let you stay on this for longer than 2 weeks.
Right.
And if it does, because I've been on this shit now for 3.5 weeks, there's other stuff.
Right.
So he goes, by then you'll see a noticeable difference. He goes, in 92% of the people, you see a noticeable difference.
But what happened this weekend? You did a show or something?
Yeah, I did a show.
I thought you were stopping doing shows.
No, that's done. It's my last show of all
Someone
time.
just sent me a new schedule showing me like 20 shows in a row in the email.
no,
Are they lying?
They must be getting it from something that's... I have 0 shows.
You're done now.
2,000. The rest of the... I canceled New Year's Eve, January 2nd, I had at the Borgata, and...
Did doing the shows...
very lucrative shows.
Did doing the shows... doing the show this weekend set you off again?
I was insane. I was insane. Like stuff. I've been doing stand-up power for 23 years, and
Were you drinking?
No, I didn't
Because
drink.
I got an email from somebody. I didn't know if it was true or not that they caught you drinking and you were running to the bathroom with some loser guys.
No.
No, over and over again.
I was with my mother and my uncles.
Oh,
and
okay, right.
I was
How
backstage.
dare you call his mother a loser?
Yeah, me and my mom were drinking Old Turkey in the.
Yeah.
No, but you know, again, it's like to the point where people noticed it. Like, you know, I was pacing, and I do this thing. I used to do this at Mad TV too. When I was on the wagon, I would be in my dressing room, and if I was in a sketch that I didn't like, which happened a lot,
Right.
They put me in that wig, and you know from doing Channel 9 in the movie, you can't really lay down in a fucking wig,
Right.
pin it to you.
Right.
And I would pace from corner to corner, and every third time I got to the closest corner in the room to the door, I had to tap my foot 2 times.
Oh.
And when I tell you I did this for 2.5 hours, Howard,
Wow.
I was sweaty and like, almost like I'm not as bad as Howie Mandel, maybe, but because I don't have the cleanliness germ thing.
Yeah.
But it became about numbers and stuff like that, and you know, whereas you know, a guy gave me an antidepressant back then. Eventually, it started to work, but then of course, me being Superman, I said, now I'm fine. I got off of that.
Right.
And then the drinking started soon after that, and you know, I just been self-medicating myself.
So what happened yesterday? What'd you do?
Yesterday, I was
Couldn't get out of bed?
I was crawled up in like the fetal position.
Oh, my goodness.
And I can't stop shaking my leg. I can't stop shaking my leg.
Did you stop now?
To the point where my girl, well, I took that shit.
And now you're fine.
Yeah, it leveled me off.
Wow.
And
Wasn't that a Robert Klein routine? I can't stop my leg.
Yeah, that's a great routine.
Yeah, that's when he's playing the harmonica.
Yeah.
I wish it was like that. But to the point where my girlfriend, God bless her, she had to like stand on my leg, like jump, like sit on my leg.
Nothing wrong with that.
And it was fine.
At least it was a girl.
It was fine.
Right.
But, you know, when she's trying to cheer me up, she got like a Christmas tree.
What do you mean? You shake your leg? You have to rock your leg because OCD or because it just won't stop involuntarily?
She's like, are you in control of that?
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. I think so, maybe. And
she must really love you. I mean, you sound like an enormous pain in the ass.
I'm a mess, Al.
Right.
Or maybe he's terribly amusing to her.
What woman thinks that's amusing?
Nobody.
No one.
It's crazy behavior, and it shouldn't be tolerated by anyone in my life. I don't know what to. So I say to this guy, what if I'm in the lucky 8% where there's medication?
Well, let's hope not.
He goes, well, you know, there's treatments where you go away and you actually take real intense therapy and.
Right.
Are we talking shock treatment?
I said, you're talking about the loony bin? Because I've been through that, and I don't like sharing the shower with those guys. You know? And
he means like a rehab.
He means like a kind of, sort of, like how to deal, like, you know what sober house is?
Yeah.
How to deal with living in sobriety without self-medicating. But I don't know if that means anxiety. I think it means like learning how to brush your teeth without fucking.
Right.
You're like Jeff Conaway.
Yeah.
Without the looks.
Kevin, you're on the air.
Hey, Artie, those colada pens, you got to be careful with those because if you have any drinks with those, you're going to black out.
Yeah, they're like Xanax. Yeah. Well, I didn't threaten my doctor. I just said to him, I said, look, man, I don't know how to get out of this hell, and I'm ready to just go get whiskey. And he's like, well, don't do that. And that's when he brought this stuff up. But
right.
Yeah, I'm from the northeast of Boston. A lot of kids have been taking those, and they call it tinned out. So just wanted to be careful.
Can't you say no to yourself? Can't you just say, listen, maybe this is simplistic, but what the hell? Can't you just say, you know what? I can't have certain things in life.
Right.
And I've got to just say no to myself.
Or I've got to just get through this, whatever it is. I've got to deal with whatever the fear or the pain or
that people are going to frustrate
the emotions that
I go through that. I go through that, and I do. And eventually, hopefully, because I'm still early on in this process of not. Like, I did heroin for 4 years. I haven't done it since April. I'm early on in the process. They say that, you know, for the first year coming off of that shit, if you did it for a while, and I always was proud of myself that I'm not shooting it. He's like, well, that's worse, but still, it's in your system. You're doing it. I didn't realize until I read his biography. Eric Clapton never shot heroin. He just snorted it. He had an enormous problem.
Right.
And so eventually, maybe that will work in my mind, just saying that. And believe me, I feel like a pussy. I feel like I should be able to, you know what I mean? I should be able to say no to myself. Like, what the fuck is my problem?
No, what I'm saying is the reason, here's your problem.
I feel like I need a smack.
I mean, I'm no psychiatrist, as we know. I'm a disc jockey.
No, you're a patient.
Right. I'm as whacked out as maybe you are.
But you're into it, though. And
I'm trying to improve.
Yeah.
But when you have a mother, see, this gets into mother stuff. Always comes back to that.
I get it.
I have a feeling, you know, with you it's touchy because you love that mother.
I do, but
you can't even see the bad side. All you see is good.
I understand she's a human being.
Right, she's a human being.
With flaws. I get it.
And your relationship with your mom is very intense.
Right.
She creates the illusion in you that mommy can make everything great. And if things are perfect with mom, everything will be great.
I'm not saying you're on the wrong track, but it's not quite that serious.
Not quite.
Right.
But there's an illusion there that somehow you might be entitled to do everything in the world because You have been shown that you can get what you want. And you've never had anyone really say no to you.
Okay.
And the problem here, I have a feeling, and this is a guess, that you feel entitled to never have to say no to yourself, to never have to berate, never have to be frustrated by people or life. And
that's why he takes the drugs to escape.
Well, he takes the drugs because it's very difficult for him to. He also thinks he's entitled to take the drugs.
What he's saying makes sense to me on a certain level. But again, another thing where I become a motherfucker in my head is
motherfucker.
Right?
Think
exactly. Okay.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of anger there.
That was a bad.
But there is anger.
I certainly felt that way about my father. I felt he, and when he left,
because your mother gave you more than your father did.
So we always say that if I had a choice to lose one of them, I would have went with my old man. But now where I think become an asshole, where my head goes, is I feel more entitled because I've helped her out financially.
Right.
That's even more of like a, you
and
know
you
what?
also have a tremendous burden with her, and you refuse to see the anger in you about it. Not that it's wrong, but you could be angry. You could love your mother and hate your mother. You can have both.
Yeah, right. It's
right.
Well, you said this to me once when we were talking privately, and it's a therapy thing that he's got into, that it's hard to think of your parents as people who could resent you, who could,
be jealous of you,
right, and you could have the same feelings towards them for certain reasons. And it was always sort of like what you're talking about. But since I'm like, well, shit, you'd be living in a closet without me, I become that asshole, and it makes that even worse.
Well, I think the shrink is attempting to loosen you up emotionally so that you can deal with some of this stuff and be emotional and feel love and feel hate and feel anger and not have to medicate because you're afraid of these feelings.
Right.
I think you do heroin or whatever drug of choice, the drinks, the coke, to get away from any of these angry feelings you don't want to confront.
I agree with you completely.
So I think you're going through something, and God knows what JD's going through. I'm trying to figure out his case.
Well, I feel bad for him now. What he's going through anxiety on that level.
One more thing.
Oh my God, he can't get here.
And he's not
coming
here
into
today?
work. No.
He hasn't been here since last week sometime.
What is it, Kevin?
One more thing. Artie, you're going to do a good job today on the road call with those pins.
The road call.
Yeah, that's why we got him back here. Jerry,
roll call is back.
Speaking of road call, I'm going to tell you something about road call. There's controversy with roll call. Jerry, whatever, road call. Jerry, go ahead.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey, yeah, Artie, I never heard that Klonopin was addictive. I take a trough full of medication, and I've never had that. I'm on Xanax right now. I take Klonopin now and then. I'm on Adderall every day. I take Lamictal. You name it, I take it.
The whole country's medicated.
Wait a second. What is your problem?
My problem?
Yeah.
Let's see, I have ADD. I have
no such thing. Go ahead.
Depression,
What?
severe depression.
Okay.
I have severe anxiety, and I know exactly what Artie's saying about the bouncing of the leg. There are times I cannot stop it. Drives my wife fucking crazy.
I'm going to tell you something. Robin hit it on the head yesterday, and not in the case of Artie, because I think he really needed to be medicated. They need to shoot him up with something. But America is over-medicated, and,
It's unreal.
The doctors, like JD went to a doctor, a walk-in clinic, and JD just said, I'm having trouble getting out of the house. Guy was already giving him medication. Right. There's too much medication going on here.
He went to a clinic?
Yeah.
A walk-in clinic.
Well, evidently, if you walk in, they'll prescribe right away.
They'll just
Good
give
for
you
you to keep in the back of your mind.
Well, what this guy said,
no waiting there.
That's why I'm happy. I'm in your category with, like, look, I got a guy with a Columbia graduate thing on the wall, and he's like, he goes, well, if you're in that awful 8% where it doesn't work, with these places you go to, they try combinations and stuff. And then it's, look.
But you're like a test tube.
Yeah, I become like a guinea pig.
And this guy, he sounds like he's going to blow up. There's so many chemicals.
Who, Jerry?
Yep.
Yeah, Jerry's.
Isn't Adderall like an amphetamine?
Let's go to Chris.
I think.
Get away from Jerry. He's not a good influence on Artie.
He wasn't even finished that list.
That's right. Chris, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Art, the past 2 times you've been out sick like this, you say it's anxiety, but if you take out anxiety and substitute opiate withdrawal, your stories make perfect sense, you know?
Well, you know what, dude? I agree with you, because when I was withdrawing from opiates, I had a lot of the same thing, but I assure you that's not the issue right now.
Matt, you're on the air.
I'd still be going through it if that were the case. I'd be on Subutex.
Go ahead, Matt.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Yesterday's show was fantastic, but now we're 20 minutes into the show, and it's the vortex of Artie lying. Man, oh man, I'll tell you what. It's 20 minutes of Artie. Yesterday, no Artie. I liked yesterday's show. It was fantastic.
All right. Well, there you go. Thought we'd want a little update on Artie.
Thank you.
Well, you know, I mean, holy crap. It's like Groundhog Day with this guy.
Well, Groundhog Day was funny, right?
Well, I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
That's a good movie. All right. And thank you, Matt. I understand what you're saying, and I'll move along.
Later, brother.
Later. All right, Artie, perhaps enough of your story, and we'll move on.
Look, I will do as told, but I'm upset about JD.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the update on JD is he's going to a doctor today.
The update on JD is he was in today earlier to present his work, but he needed to get right out to the doctor, he said, as soon as he could.
He's got a 6 a.m. doctor, too?
Yeah, well, no, he has a 10 o'clock appointment, but he's trying to get in even earlier.
Oh.
And because he feels the need to talk this over with somebody. He's having anxiety and having trouble leaving the house.
Did you see him?
I did not see him.
Okay, I wondered how he looked.
I think John Hines saw him. Johnny, did you see him?
No, he wasn't in this morning, Howard.
Oh, he was not.
No, I got the message from Lisa G. Told me he hasn't even emailed me or texted me.
Wow.
Well, I thought that John Hines saw him.
No, he spoke to him.
Oh, he spoke to him. Okay, so nobody saw him.
John Hine and Lisa G. have spoken with him.
I spoke to him on the phone.
What did he say?
He didn't sound good.
Right.
He said he's going to the doctor today. His stomach is killing him. He doesn't know if the physical is causing the mental or the mental is causing the physical. He's in bad shape, man.
Yeah.
I'm really worried.
I think the mental's causing the physical. Like the most depressing story, obviously, in the last couple of days was Billy Joel's daughter. You know, and I really feel for her because not that I'm suicidal, but if you have anxiety or depression about something, like sometimes the desperation can be insane. You know, it's really like it's a real thing. And I hate to be another one of these people who's just on a pill. I would love to do what Robin's doing. I really would.
Green drink?
Yeah. I mean, why not? That's better than this.
Sure. Green drink would be great for you.
But how long's that going to take?
All my loony stuff seems sane.
Right. Green drink is terrific.
Well, eating healthy, you know.
Trust me, you drink that green drink, you won't need anything.
Look at me.
Look at her. She used to be depressed. All right. Yeah, she jumped out the window. She was euphoric from her green drink. All right, so your prognosis, John Hine, is that
not good.
JD sounded bad, and he's going to go see the doctor.
He's hoping that this doctor has the answer, whatever that might be. But he told me that he's always had a little bit of this anxiety, but he's managed it. But for whatever reason, it's gotten worse over the past couple of years. I asked him what triggered it, and he said he doesn't know.
Well, you know, it's a funny thing. You talk about fears. You know, you're talking about fear of leaving the home, fear of, as Artie says, fear of this or that. Now, to me, I have a fear of not working, fear of losing my job.
Fear of not eating, fear of not having a home.
It's amazing how it motivates me to get out. I didn't want to get out of the house today. I had a lot of anxiety about leaving the house. I didn't want to leave. I got my wife there. I should laying in bed with her. It was great.
Everything's there that you need.
Everything I was there, except it all goes away if I don't work. And that's my fear. And that fear motivates me. And that's a fear I don't take a pill for. I let that fear creep in every day. That's how I manage.
We talked about this yesterday. That's what we're afraid of. That's what we're here.
I've been working. You're not talking to a Vanderbilt. I've been working since I'm 12 years old. You know, I mean, and there was times where I was completely fine.
I'll tell you what I fear. I've heard about JD's apartment. I fear I'll end up in JD's apartment. Oh. I want to make enough money I don't have to live like JD.
So what do you want to watch on cable tonight?
The funniest thing that JD said was, I'm afraid of losing my job. And I said, no, you can be assured of that if you keep this up.
I'm afraid of JD wants to be in his apartment. I'm afraid to be anywhere near JD's apartment.
Yeah, he should be afraid to stay in that apartment.
He lives in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah,
too,
I don't want.
He lives in the hood.
I'd be afraid to even go near that apartment. So he loves it.
When Lisa G did the report with this doctor, the doctor said, yes, they want to stay in their home because their home they can control and it feels safe. I was like, I'd be running from that apartment.
You're not kidding.
Any place would be better than that.
I said, I'd rather be at work than be in that apartment.
Well, my shrink told me to have my place redecorated after I got off the shit because he's like, everything reminds you of it. And I sort of got that, but I'm like, I don't know, dude. Is looking at a new ottoman going to prevent me from doing
Well, I always
That's
maintain.
not the ottoman, the heroin ottoman.
I feel you should redecorate your home, but you should do it, not your mother.
No, that's what happened this time.
That's what
like
I want.
actually took over.
Good.
Yeah.
Because listen, enough with that. You got to separate.
You got to grow up.
Well, again, everything goes back to money with me. I go, well, I'll sign the checks, you do this, but that's not taking control of anything.
No, signing the check isn't doing anything. You have too many people doing things for you.
You got to make decisions for yourself.
You got to keep your schedule. You got to do everything. You're the man in control.
Listen, I don't know what you saw, but it was bullshit. I swear to I have all of 2010. I have no stand-up.
Really?
Somebody was.
And you know
goofing
what?
on me then.
And you know what? I it's losing some money, but I could give a rat's ass. I'm getting paid well to write the second book. God bless. And it's
Right.
all local.
What is it, Gary?
It's. I guess I'm looking it up now, but I guess the schedule's on your website, which I know.
That never gets updated.
That's what I have here. It says here, December 5th, Montclair, December 11th, San Diego, December 17th, Showtime, December 31st and January 2nd, Atlantic City, January 23rd, Foxwoods, and February 12th, Columbus. So you're saying that's not true?
That's all off the website.
They've all been canceled.
All right.
And the promoters got well within the legal time notice, believe me.
All right.
And the website is another story.
All right, JD, you're off to the doctor. JD's going to give us a quick update. JD, as you know, has been having some sort of anxiety problem.
Yes.
What's going on here? Everyone says you sound horrible. You look fine to me. Looks like you're capable of working.
Okay.
He looks the same as he does every day.
Yeah, what's going on? Give me it to me briefly. Tell me
Overnight, I got like no sleep.
Go ahead.
Tossing and turning. Stomach issues.
Like an ulcer?
I don't know about an ulcer. I did after I did take a number 2 about probably like 6, 7 in the morning. I felt better, but still like nauseous and stuff. So then I went over to the store to get some Pepto-Bismol, and I've taken that, and then I took the train here, and I'm feeling it sort of like here in the chest a little bit, just just nervousness.
Sounds like
and
pressure.
Stuff. Yeah, and I don't know if it's because of I'm seeing the doctor, and I don't know what's going on or what. So.
All right. And you're going to go to the doctor, and what are you on now? What drugs are you on?
Right now, I'm still on half a pill of Zoloft.
That's it. Who gave you the Zoloft? The other doctor?
Yes.
All right.
How long does it take Zoloft to get into your system?
And why do you need all this? You're afraid to get out of the house?
Well, no, it was just like anxious. I was over anxious and stuff, and that's what the guy, the guy said that was, good. It wasn't as addictive or anything like Xanax and stuff. So I thought I'd take it, and
what is it with all the people that work for me? Why are they?
Everybody's afraid to leave
I don't know, and
why is everyone so messed up?
I did not want to be like that, and that's just everything is just feeding onto that, this, and I don't want to be that guy.
You were the last guy I thought was going to crack up.
I know.
Thought you were going to take care of all of us.
Yeah, I was dependent on you to hold the thing together.
I'm trying now.
All of a sudden, you're crack. Are you having a mental breakdown, nervous breakdown?
Not like a nervous breakdown, but it's just right now I'm not getting any sleep, and that's just.
Are you doing anything weird at home?
What's making
doing
you
anything
not
weird?
sleep?
No.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you do? Like, you crawl up in a ball like Artie does?
No. I'm just trying to lay down and sleep. That's all I've been
trying to do. Are you in
the
fetal position, afraid to leave the house?
No, not really.
You're just sitting in a chair, won't leave the house.
Yeah, I mean.
So why do you have to go to sleep? Do me a favor.
Here's
the way I look at sleep.
Why have to go to sleep?
No. Listen to me.
Dead.
All right, listen to me. Why can't you work? I don't understand. So go to work. Let's say you didn't sleep. There are days I can't sleep. Let's say I don't sleep. I say, well, tomorrow I'm going to sleep. Eventually I'm going to fall asleep.
I know, and I've came here with hardly any sleep, but my stomach was fucking with me.
Listen to me. I'm going to talk some sense.
I'm trying.
All right, listen. You don't have any guidance in your life. That much I know. All right. You were raised by wolves, I think.
I wasn't raised by wolves.
Well, I don't know where your mom is and your dad.
They're there.
I'm going to teach you a lesson.
I talk to them.
Listen to me. Look at me in the eye. Don't look away from me with that thing you do. All right. You got a little stomach ache? Everybody gets aches and pains. Now you're getting nervous. I don't know what you're nervous about, but listen to me. Now you're nervous about not getting to sleep. Forget sleep. Here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna tell you what to do. When you get in the bed, close your eyes and lay there.
That's what I've been doing.
I didn't finish.
You're not listening.
Thank you. Thank God Robin's here. When you get in the bed, you close your eyes. And if you don't fall asleep, who cares? You're laying there. You're getting some form of rest. You're not getting full sleep, but you're resting. Just lay there. If the alarm goes off and it's time for you to come to work, come to work. And you're going to walk around exhausted. You're going to go, boy, I can't wait to get to bed tonight. You're going to finish your day of work. Then you're going to go home. And you're going to go home and you're going to lay down again. Let's say night 2, you still can't sleep. I want you to lay there with your eyes closed. I don't want you to get out of bed. I don't want you to read. I don't want you to watch TV. I want you to lay there and rest. Then you get up and you come to work. You haven't even fallen asleep. 2 days you haven't slept. Yeah, you're going to be a little cranky, but what's your job? You're going to sit here, you're going to watch TV, you're going to pull clips, you're going to do the best you can. Day 3 comes around. You're at work, now you go home. Time to go to bed, JD. Uh-oh, probably won't go to bed. Lay there with your eyes closed. Now, I'm going to guarantee you something. By day 3, you're going to be asleep. You're going to sleep like a log.
All right, whatever.
And don't get so anxious. So if you don't fall asleep, who gives a fuck?
I give a fuck because I feel like shit.
Well, you feel like shit, but eventually, I'm telling you, a human being will eventually fall asleep.
Okay.
I was an insomniac at one time. I never missed a day of work.
Right. Eventually, you do fall asleep. Did you eventually fall asleep?
No.
No. You mean you haven't slept yet?
I still haven't.
You still haven't slept.
It doesn't seem like she sleeps.
Right, but you're functioning, right?
I'm still here.
Green drink.
Now, repeat back what I just said.
Basically, lay there and close my eyes, and then if I don't fall asleep, get up. Huh?
That's fine. You got it. Then come to work.
Okay.
Now, why are you rolling your eyes? Tell me what.
Because I'm trying. You're making it sound like I can't work, or I'm not.
No,
or I'm not
telling you what. I'm giving you what to do.
Okay.
See, people need guidance. You understand? People are looking to be led. I'm a leader. You know that. You know what they used to write in my camp report? They'd say Howard is a leader, a reluctant leader. Sometimes he assumes the role, sometimes he doesn't. But he's a leader. I'm a leader. I'm a born leader. You ask me something to do, I'm going to tell you. And if you follow it, you'll be fine. Now go to this doctor, tell him your problems, whatever you have to do. Maybe even need a psychiatrist. I don't know what you need. Psychiatry is good. I go to one. You know that.
Yeah.
And I'm top at the psychiatrist 3 times a week. This guy's head's going to explode from me. You should hear what goes on in that room.
I might start going every day.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
There you go.
With you.
And I approve of that. You could sit in Artie's lap at the therapy session.
And you know, if you don't have the money, I'll help you out.
Are you feeling anxiety right now?
I'm okay.
Now you feel better because you're listening to a leader. When people are led, they love it. Everyone's looking for answers in this world. You know that, JD.
Yeah, I know.
I got them.
Okay.
Those who choose to listen are filled with less anxiety.
And I did try to lay there and rest. But
what happened? You got nervous. You said, uh-oh, I'm not falling asleep, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, here's what I'm telling you. Lay there with your eyes closed.
But it's
not... And don't worry about going to sleep.
But that's...
You're not going to go to sleep. I guarantee you're not going to go to sleep.
Are you racked by thoughts? Are you have...
I mean, I can be, yeah. Last night, definitely.
All right. Tell me what you're going to do now. You're sitting in bed worrying about getting to sleep. So now you don't have to worry.
But he's
I'm
not
telling
only worried
you,
about getting
I'm worried about a lot of
things.
What could he be worried about?
The moment he tries to fall asleep, Howard, his mind starts going.
It does?
Yeah.
Going where? What are you thinking about?
Just
Tell me.
a lot of things.
What,
just,
girls? With the girls again?
Oh, no, I mean...
Jerk it off, pal. That's what I do. Whenever I can't get to sleep.
Have you tried that?
Do you jerk off?
I haven't
You
done
haven't
it yet.
jerked off?
No.
Well, of course that's your problem. That's the problem in your stomach.
I know.
You're a young man.
I know.
My balls are full and I'm 55. You won't believe what comes out of me at 55. I got more than guys younger than you.
See, same thing happens to me, though. That's what a shrink does. You tell the shrink what you're thinking, and he helps you get rid of it.
Jerk off right now. You'll fall right asleep.
Okay.
Wow.
Go in Fred's area where our kids are.
I gotta go.
All right,
I just
JD,
wanted to
listen
say
to me.
hello and thank
JD,
you.
you're welcome. I know you appreciate my advice. But listen,
I do.
You don't have to thank me.
And support.
You got my support only to a point. Okay? Now listen to me.
I know.
Go to your doctor. Tell him your problem.
I am.
You don't need to rush on medications unless he sees there's something serious. But what are you going to do tonight? You're going to go to sleep. And if you don't fall asleep, you're going to still come to work. Work is most important. Work is everything.
I know.
No one will love you more than work.
Now, when your stomach hurts, does it hurt to a debilitating degree?
No. Does he look debilitated to you?
No, it doesn't.
He eats that shit McDonald's every day.
I mean, shit in a while. I hardly eaten anything,
Good.
actually.
You don't need to eat. I've seen your gut.
Thanks.
Listen to me. Trying to straighten you out here. You understand?
Yes.
Taking my valuable time because I care about you. You got a fever?
I'm sweating.
All right, you're going to go to the doctor. You're going to get a full medical exam. If there's something medical wrong, that's a different story. If he tells you you're all right and this is just mental issues, maybe he'll put you on some medication. I don't know. I don't know how serious this is. It sounds somewhat serious. I mean, you can't leave the house. I seen where you live. I'd be afraid to be in your house. I'd want to be anywhere but your house.
Thank you.
That shithole.
Oh.
You like being in that house? You don't want to leave that house. You know why I work? I don't want to end up in your house. Why are you rocking back and forth?
Because I have to go. I have to go.
All right. All right. Just listen to me, and I'm being serious now. I love you.
I love you, too.
All right.
And everyone here.
You don't love me. But listen, I love you. And here's what I'm saying to you. I want you in here to work tomorrow. I want to sit down with you also and work out new hours. I don't like the hours you're putting in.
Okay.
You're putting in too many hours into weird hours. You're acting weird with those hours.
All right.
We're going to figure out a nice, comfortable schedule. We're going to get you on a schedule. And tonight, when you lay down in that bed, just keep those eyes closed. Lay there. No reading magazines or TV if you can't sleep. And I don't care if you fall asleep or not. Just lay there. You will get enough rest.
What does he do with his brain? The constant...
Do what I do.
Turning over of thoughts.
I try to think at night, but the thoughts don't come.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. No. Let the thoughts come. Think all you want. Think about this and think about that. I've been in your position. I know what you need. You start to stress out. You go, oh, my God, I can't get enough sleep. I'm going to be a wreck at work. You'll be a wreck at work. You'll get through it. We'll all understand. And you will sleep eventually. Or else you'll drop dead. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to sleep.
Okay.
Enough with the sleep. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I just have to go.
You want me to go with you?
No, you.
I'm being serious.
No, you.
I'll leave right now and go with you.
No, that's fine. You have more important things.
I'm worried about you.
I'm fine. I'm all right. I have to go.
Take my advice tonight. Don't get all uptight.
I will.
I don't care if you sleep tonight. And neither do you. Just lay there and keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
You'll fall asleep eventually.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're under a lot of pressure for some reason.
I'm going to call you later, JD.
JD, you want him to call you or is it going to stress you out?
He can call
He's the worst one. If he calls you, you're finished.
No, he'll feel good about himself after he talks to me, yeah.
Something tells me you ought to stay out of this one.
No, I want to talk to him.
Yeah, don't do heroin.
No. Yeah, believe me,
All
that's
right,
the first thing
thanks.
I'm going to fucking tell him. That's because that turns your thoughts off and your entire life off.
Come walk out with me.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Yes.
So, Howard seems to think that if you just lay there at night, close your eyes, eventually you're gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, well.
But you're not buying that.
That's what I tried to do last night, and it didn't really work. So, whatever.
But I mean, he's kind of right. Eventually, you got to fall
No,
asleep.
I know.
Right?
I guess, and whatever. I don't know.
You seem a little bit more like agitated now.
Well,
going in there.
yeah.
Are you more
I have
stressed?
to go. I'm just stressed, period. I have to go. Goodbye, everyone.
All right, man.
Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow.
Feel better.
Thank you.
He's going to be all right.
He didn't look good.
No, he doesn't look good.
He looks
He's all
panicked.
upset.
He looks terrible. I'm very worried about him.
Part of his natural look is looking terrible.
There's nothing to be concerned about.
He's got that look I got.
You think that's one of the thoughts racing
People see
through
me
his
and go,
head?
boy, he looks terrible. They go, no, that's the way he looks. No, but he does. I'm worried about him, but he's got to stop worried about the sleep.
You've never had the problem, but
No, I've had it, Robin. I was a terrible insomniac.
I didn't sleep for months at a time.
I understand what you're saying.
And it was very difficult.
Right.
But you still come to work.
Right. All right. He's going to go get help today. He's going to see the doctor right now.
These hours are crazy because sometimes you can't sleep because you're afraid you're going to oversleep. But it's
That's something different. That's called getting a clock that works. Then you solve that.
Getting a clock.
Yeah. All right, Robin, I got to get to this whole news block. I got a lot going on today. I don't know if
Who
you're
do
aware
you
of
think it's getting to the point now where you have to wonder who is the next person to go off?
I always thought it would be Fred, but he holds like a rock.
You're wrong.
What do you mean by going off?
I always thought Fred was the most mental, but he's not.
JD just is gone off.
You've been gone.
I'm basically
Right.
a byproduct of a very unstable upbringing. However, during that unstable upbringing, I found stability. Does that make sense?
Yeah. How did you do it?
Actually, it
Because
does.
you know what? You worked your mind. You figured out what was good
I
for
had to. I had no choice.
you. Right. Or else you go insane.
Exactly.
Yo, what do you think's going on with JD?
Look, the kid's a good kid. He's got a stressful life, and he needs sleep. Lack of sleep is very troublesome.
You think Howard gave him good advice and just wait it out until he
Yeah, anything could work, you know. Like he could take a piece of what Howard said, a piece of what the doctor says, and stuff might work. But I've been an insomniac for a while, especially I've been doing this show 9 years, and I'm still not used to the schedule. But a lack of sleep adds to it. So.
Good morning, Cindy.
Morning, darling.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I see you're carrying a book in your hand,
The infamous book.
your memoir.
My memoir.
That's also the title of it, right? Cindy
It
Lauper,
is,
a memoir.
just in case you didn't know. It's a memoir.
All right. So I imagine right this way. I imagine
that's
there are lots
attractive.
of.
Who is the bunny?
Oh, that's Hank, the angry drunken dwarf. He's no longer with us though.
Really?
Yeah, so we leave him up there as sort of a tribute to him.
All right. But you mean he just left? He's not no longer.
No, like he's deceased.
He is deceased?
About 10 years, 11 years ago.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry.
He actually passed away right before 9/11, so his death was sort of overshadowed by everything that happened.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring so much tragedy into the...
Tragedy! It's a tragedy.
But you're looking forward to seeing Howard again? And
Well, I haven't seen him for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. My husband said to say hello, because they used to run together.
Oh, okay. And share some stories from your memoir.
My memoir. Yeah.
All
How's
right.
it going on, what's that show? American's Got Talent?
It just wrapped up. He just finished it, so
Just
he's sort of
wrapped
getting
up.
back
It's
to
going to
normal.
have new co-hosts now.
Yeah, I think Sharon's leaving, and...
Mariah Carey.
Oh, that's right. Never thought I'd see those two together. Howard
It'll
and
be interesting.
to say the least. All right, Cindy. I'll let you get in the studio and talk to Howard.
Right?
All right.
Usually I'm in here with an instrument, so really throwing me off.
Just talk today.
Just talking. Wow. Okay.
All right, Cindy.
Cindy Lauper wrote a book. It's amazingly honest. I can't believe how honest it is.
Yeah, I've been reading excerpts.
I was just saying, Cindy. Hey, Cindy.
Hey.
You look great. You look great. You're an attractive woman, I gotta say.
You're right?
You really are.
I gotta still keep my looks, right?
Body's nice. What are you working
use
out?
a diet. I
No.
stopped eating bread. I'm allergic. I have a gluten allergy.
Don't believe it.
I've
heard that.
psoriasis, and it's killing me. So when I stopped eating the bread a little, at least it stopped a little.
Read
I
Dr.
was
John
covered from
Sarno's
here down.
book.
All right.
You've got a lot going on.
I
Didn't you
do.
have some back issues too? Back pain?
No.
You never had back pain?
No, I had, when I was writing the book, I was like hunched over the computer a lot, so my neck was killing me.
All right, I know. I'll talk to you off the air about
Hey,
this.
you wrote a book too,
I
right?
wrote 2 books. I wrote Private Parts and Miss America.
Miss America.
Yeah, that was my second book, my follow-up, my second smash book. 2 big
Well,
hits.
That's good.
I was just saying to Robin, I commend you on your honesty in this book. I
Yeah.
mean, it is remarkably honest. And, look.
You know what Oscar Wilde said, and Harvey told me this. Harvey
What did he
Weinstein.
say?
He said, feel free to be yourself. Everyone else is taken.
No, but you put your ego aside. I'll tell you why. Because you even admit your failures. And I like this about you. You talk about at one point when you were doing movies a lot, and you were in a movie called Vibes.
Yeah.
You were slated to co-star with Dan Aykroyd, who I think is brilliant.
Me too.
And you were excited about the project. Suddenly, Dan Aykroyd gets out of the project.
He hated me.
Yeah, and you admit that. Why did he hate you? You mean he met you and hated you, or he hated you?
Yeah, he didn't think I was very good, and he thought I was, I don't know what he thought. He just left and said bad vibes.
Did he say to you, did he confront you and say, look, I just don't think you're up to this?
No, I tried to read with him, and it was the first time I'd never read before with anyone.
Which is a very disturbing process.
Well, it's
difficult.
different.
Yeah.
It ain't like, you're not supposed to act. So he did this thing that I didn't understand, and I felt like...
What did he do? You're in there reading vibes with him.
Okay, it could be anything, like Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? So say it's Mary Had a Little Lamb, his fleece was white as snow, was everywhere,
Right. Blowing it off.
Because I didn't realize, but that is a process. I just thought he hated me. I was like, okay, I guess I have to just keep reading. I went and did a screen test first, with Ron Howard to make sure I didn't look like a complete idiot. I said, if I look like an idiot, I don't think I'm up for this.
Right.
And then I did it, and he said, oh, it's great, you have something. When Ron Howard says that to you, you believe him.
If Ron Howard says to you, I'm going to put money into a film, millions of dollars, and you've got it, that you believe that, of course, but yet you didn't believe in yourself. And when you met Aykroyd, I feel like you kind of lost confidence.
Well, I was a little heartbroken that he, Then I stayed on the project, I was like, I felt like the bad egg.
And they brought in Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, and they brought Peter Falk in because I begged them to bring Peter Falk in. I even had
Great
my
actor.
hair, but more than that, the rhythm of his speech is like mine. And so I thought that would look great, and originally I was going to have pink hair, but I fell asleep with the bleach on because I was really tired, and I woke up and it was really light, and I didn't put any more tone or anything on it because I figured, hey, all right, it's the wrong color, but hair is more important than none. So I went with it, and then with the two of them had black hair and my hair was light, I thought, well, it's very iconic classic comedy, like Jean Harlow
Lucy.
had that. No, Lucy had
The red.
Yeah, she had red.
Well, so all this thought goes into it, but bottom line is, you write in the book, and this is why I like the book, you're honest and you say you hated Jeff Goldblum.
I didn't hate him. I had a problem. I thought he was going through something, probably.
He was odd.
He was odd, but to the point where, look, honestly, no matter who you are, I know you got issues and problems. Everybody got them, but...
Sure.
Don't stand next to me and make an old person really upset, or a kid, or a mother with a kid, because after that, you're dead.
So in other words, you're alluding to he would yell at people on the set?
No, he didn't yell. He would take a book and read the book like he was having a nervous breakdown, which I understand. That's a process.
Okay.
I get it. But you know what? Don't stand right next to me when they have me standing for the light, and you got to go have a nervous breakdown.
It's disconcerting to all the other actors.
Well, yeah, and you can't.
Rude.
And what happened was the older guy kept forgetting his lines, so it was in the rotunda. Probably write me a letter like cease and desist. But hey, with Sandy, I don't care.
Right, I
take
know
your
you
best shot. Everybody else did. So I'm standing in the rotunda, and there's this older fellow, and he's supposed to be our boss, and Jeff is having the nervous breakdown routine next to us. So I said to him, look, pal, not for nothing, I could notice here that this is you're doing your little method thing. I said, which is fine and good. But why don't you take a walk? Because I asked the guy right in front of me, I said, do you find this disconcerting? And he said, yes. And I looked at him and I said, look, you do your thing, take a walk, and then come back. If you don't, I'm going to have to kill you, and it's not going to be a murder mystery because I'll kill you right here in front of everybody.
So the whole thing went
Well,
completely.
he always... Well, I thought that was funny, too, but he was always... and what are you going to do?
So there was no love lost there.
I don't care if you don't like me. Who
Yeah, but
cares?
on a movie, you do care.
It hurt my feelings no matter what. I knew that if he knew what I was going to do, he'd do little crappy things to me all the time. So I was like, yeah, check this out, my friend. Though I walk through the valley, you ever see this T-shirt? Though I walk through the valley of death, I fear no evil, 'cause I'm the meanest son of a bitch in the valley, okay? How do you like that? 'Cause where I come from, we're really mean.
I understand you better now because of this book. I mean, I knew you had struggled as an artist and you had rough years, but I didn't know
tough childhood.
I didn't know how tough, and now kind of to read it all in one book, the truth comes out. I mean, you had a miserable, miserable childhood. I mean,
It wasn't. There was comedy.
yeah, but sure. I mean, there are moments, but for the most part,
My mother was terrific, though.
your father left.
Yeah,
How old were you when your father left?
5.
5 years old. He splits. Your mother remarries. Maybe a crazy person. So crazy, he's a pedophile, you say in the book.
Well, you see, you're not supposed to say that, and she didn't want to go to the police. You got to understand those times. Even when they had fights and the neighbors got fed up and they called the cops would come, look at all of us, and go on their walkie-talkie and go, domestic violence.
How many kids are in your family?
Just me, my sister, and my brother.
Okay.
And then there was the dog that he tortured, too. It was like...
I mean, but when you talk about home life, a guy comes into the home. You say he would spy on you. You would be going to the bathroom or
whatever,
well, what do you mean? Whatever. It's in the book.
Well, it's in the book. Read the book.
No, but I'm interviewing you about
Okay.
your life.
Oh, okay.
It's horrible.
Well, it was tough.
The man would drill a hole in a bathroom.
He didn't. He had a fight with my mother, and he threw her against the bathroom door.
Oh.
And her wedding ring, which I remember when she first got married, she said to me, she showed me her ring and a dress, and I said, Ma, it's not gold. She said, it's platinum. It won't wear out. And
She had high hopes.
yeah, and then with that same ring, he had fight with her and threw her into the door, and the ring hit the frosted glass window, and it left a crack and a little hole, and that was the hole
Oh,
he
my
would look
God.
through.
And you were aware of this.
Well, you have to be careful. Yeah, look, I knew what was going on. I knew this,
So he spied on you, he spied on your brother, and he spied on your sister.
Not my brother. I don't know. My brother was a boy. He didn't say that kind of stuff to my mother, too. He said, the whole threat was he had power and she had none. He would beat up her parents and rape her daughters. And
He would say that.
yeah, and
So
then
he would
if she
threaten your
tried,
mother.
yeah, and if she tried to go to the court, he'd drag us on the witness stand and make it look like we were asking for it.
Oh, my God. So you had to go testify at...
We never did. She never did. That's how she lived. She never did anything. And then I finally left that day, and my brother...
You left home.
Yeah, my brother, poor Butch, he stayed, and then he learned to get really tough, and when he got big and tough enough, he came home and told him to take a hike. And the funny thing about bullies only like to bully people smaller and with less physical power.
Sure.
Yeah, they're really
Absolutely.
cowards, yeah.
Yeah, well, they've
whatever
probably been
that
beaten up in
person-
life
yeah,
too. I mean,
he
it's a whole
probably-
it's a whole cycle.
a chain.
it
It's
goes over.
called the product of misery. It goes
Right.
on and on. Yeah.
So, do you ever say to your mother at some point, "Wow, how did you not protect us from this fucking
No,
lunatic?"
she did. She used to fight with him. She used to tell us to go in and lock our door. You got to understand, she didn't have her father working for her or any of the relatives working for her. They
Right.
knew what was going on. Nobody was helping her.
Right.
And she was working 14 hours a day.
So I guess anybody being there for her was better than nothing.
Well, there was hardly. And, my aunt had her struggles. And, let me tell you, when everybody talks about that 47%?
Yes.
Well, fuck them, because they don't know what it's like to be that.
It wasn't that your mother was poor because she decided to be a freeloader or something.
She
was
wasn't
having
a
right. She
freeloader.
was having a hard time making it in life.
And she worked hard. And let me tell you
Right.
about the 47%, Howard.
Yes.
They pay taxes. They pay payroll taxes.
Right.
And they probably pay more payroll taxes than that guy who only pays 11%, who's rich as
You're
the
talking
day
about
is
leverage
long.
buyout guys. I mean, they, that's a whole fishy business in itself.
Yeah, but you know what? Or the elderly who paid all their life. Or there's a lot of little sections of that 47% that you'd be shocked about.
It shows a naivete on his part.
No, it shows an arrogance and a lot of stupidity. But the man must be a genius, because they always get these genius people that say the most ridiculous things and say, hey, elect me, I'm retarded. No, that's not a good thing, of course.
But isn't it amazing, considering your background? You leave home at 17, and
now I'm going to start crying. No, my makeup. I got to go on CNN.
Yeah, but you leave home at 17 years old, which is a brave thing to do. And
I was packing since 14.
Right, you just couldn't wait to get out of the house.
But there was no place to go, Howard. I couldn't get anybody to hire me.
Right, you had no job, but you had to get out of the house because you're living with stepfather from hell.
Well, he was kind of a cross between Freddy Krueger and Don Rickles, because he was really funny, and then he was really scary. So you never knew when.
Do you ever
that
really?
That makes it worse because you don't know which way to go.
Do you have a tremendous trust issue with men? I mean, you say in your book at one point.
Now, I went to different therapists, Howard.
And did it help?
Yeah. One guy he whined a lot, but he was really good. And then I realized that it wasn't just him whining in my life. You know, he'd go, well, Cindy, you know. And then I had another friend I worked with, rude girl, and she'd be, Cindy. And then there was Myra that I was working with.
Yeah,
at
but
the
Cindy,
time.
When you walk in,
see, you got a little melody
Cindy,
there.
when you walk into a therapist's office, you must have tremendous difficulty. I would imagine you need to work with a male therapist to get over your male issues.
No, I worked with another guy who was working on anger, and he used to have you beat pillows with a wooden samurai sword, and you had to do all this physical stuff, and then in the end, he wound up being a comedy writer for Comedy Central. See, I knew when he was having me do all this stuff, it was a little peculiar and funny. And maybe
your life is bizarre.
It's very bizarre.
And it's bizarre in the sense, too, that I was thinking about this.
Listen, it's always a good story if you can live through it.
But there was a period of time in your life, you write in your book, that you even tried not to love men. You wanted to be a lesbian. Like you said, I'm going to will myself to be in a relationship.
That wasn't it. Why? It was because all my best friends
were gay.
Yeah, and I didn't want to lose them. I wanted to be their friend, and I wanted to be like them.
But don't you think it was like, oh, men are disgusting?
I didn't think. I wanted to be. Listen, haven't you ever grown up and have best friends, and then they do something, and you want to be just like them?
Right.
But you're not.
But trying to be gay, I mean, you're not attracted to women. Well, I mean, you have to force yourself.
Wow, that's a really great hairdo, and that looks really fabulous. And I love the shoes. What a great.
How far did you go in trying to be a lesbian? Did you live with a woman?
No, I was 15.
Oh, I see. You were that young.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
You tried kissing, and it didn't work for you. You're into guys. And men have been a huge disappointment in your life. You even got so.
I got David Thornton.
No, I'm talking about before David. David's a great guy, but you dated. You talk about in the book how you dated your manager for a long time. This guy.
I loved him.
You loved him,
and he loved me.
And you put him in some of your videos. I remember that.
Well, then maybe that was a big mistake for him, because then people wouldn't take him serious. It was just a way that we could be together. He was my boyfriend before he was my manager.
But when he broke up with you,
I was really depressed.
Depressed? You tried to kill yourself.
I didn't.
You were thinking about it.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
But then, honestly, Howard, sitting there with a vodka bottle from Russia, and I took a shot because I can't really drink.
Yes, but can you believe it was so dark in your life? You have so many gifts and talent and
Howard,
good friends.
Wait a minute. It was 1988.
Yes.
Lenny had broken his leg. He wasn't in the studio. The evil Tommy Mottola took over everything. I'm sorry. Gotta say. I mean, it was like the evil empire up there.
But you're critical. You're critical of Tommy.
No, it's not. Why, you his kumbade?
No. I know Tommy, and I know him. I know him well.
He's very nice.
But I'm going to ask you.
Unless you're in a business where it's about who's going to be the most powerful. And at that time, I also was stuck with a guy who was a bit of an alcoholic, who we were helping, and then all of a sudden he turned really weird, and I had to finish a record, and I was sick to my stomach, and my relationship with David was gone, Lenny was gone, everybody that made me famous or worked with me and helped me and
was
nurtured
now gone.
Gone. And now you have knucklehead Smiths up there who are going to try and make me do what Hart did and sound like Hart. So, for somebody who really wanted to own their own path, who changed the way people sounded on the radio, the way people looked, the color of everybody's hair, for them to then turn around and tell me I had to wear jeans and a T-shirt, why, you'd be depressed too.
Well, but if Tommy is trying, I'm not just picking on Tommy.
Well, it was him hiring the people.
But yeah, I'm saying, in other words, he's got his money in you. He's got he's backing you. He wants to see you succeed. No? You feel he was against you?
I have no idea. All I know is every time I put something out, they'd say, well, there's a memo saying that we're not going to promote you.
I see.
So, it's like, okay, who's that?
Why
memo
would they
from?
do that? You mean they didn't believe in the record?
No, because there was a lot of political stuff going on. At that time, Howard, Tommy, and Walter were fighting.
Walter Yetnikoff.
He was trying to get Walter out. So I stuck up for Walter because Walter had helped me at one time. But I had helped Tommy, too. I helped Tommy get the job. I brought them over to my house.
See, but I don't understand something. If I'm a record company guy and I own a record company, I want my artists to do well.
No, they want their artists to do well.
But aren't you their artist?
Not when the guy who signed you is gone. No.
And they don't care anymore? I mean, to me,
they have their list. Don't you know that's how corporation? They get rid of all the people, so they put their people in, and now they want a new face. But they wouldn't let me go.
But you know what's funny to me? If I ran a record company, I'd say, I don't care who signed the artist. I got to make money with this record company so my boss doesn't get rid of me.
No.
And so I look at an artist like you.
They didn't care like that. But the Japanese did come to me at one point and say, Cindy, we believe in you. We like your music. Please make a record. We want to promote your music. We like what you do. Because at that point, everybody was telling me they didn't like anything I did. So, here you are, you work, you got an original sound, you did your path. Then you have these other guys come in and tell you, oh, we're changing everything about you. Because to them, it's disposable art, and to you, it's a living art.
Well, I think you're right. I think that you have to stay yourself. You have to be true to yourself, because otherwise you become cookie cutter and like everybody else.
Well, the thing about me was I wasn't like everybody else.
That's true.
And that's what made me famous.
The song that made you most famous, I believe, was Girls Just Want to Have Fun, right? Was that the big one?
What did it was, now, Girls Just Want to Have Fun would have gone by the wayside had there not been Time After Time right after it.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun. You
introduced
number two, and you introduced that song with your whole wrestling connection, WWF at the time.
Because at the time, Howard, radio wasn't playing Girls Just Want to Have Fun. They said we had a note from the best program director in the country that said they would talk to us and tell us, how we could adjust my career, because Girls Just Want to Have Fun would never be played on Top 40 and is not album radio because I sing too high.
So you wisely, now I understand this WWF connection.
Dave Wolf loved wrestling, and it was his idea, and he said, I have another idea.
I'm going to put you on WWF, and you play Girls Just Want to Have Fun on the WWF.
Friday night, Saturday morning, and Saturday night. He said you'd get 3 hits in a weekend.
He found an alternative way to distribute the music, not using the radio.
Yeah,
and it paid off.
Cross promotion, and we had fun.
And so the record starts to sell from the WWF fans. They go, hey, we want to get a copy of this Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And
no, there were people, we had little episodes every once in a while, and that wound up on E.T. as a news item. And all of a sudden, what we were doing was bleeding over to all these different mediums. And we were having a riot. So we said, okay, now we know what we're doing. And,
right.
And so it was on MTV. It was on news. It was...
I didn't realize the wrestling had such an effect on your career, positive, because I was like, why is she doing that? I was already aware of you as an artist. I was like, why is she doing all that wrestling? But that makes sense to me.
Well, I stayed.
You thought outside the box.
Yeah, but I stayed because it was the one place that Dave Wolf and I could still work together as equals, not as just he's your manager.
Where is he now?
He's managing a girl named Beth Hart and a few others, and he's in L.A.
Wasn't that a dumb move, though, for him to not continue to manage you?
We couldn't.
Because why? You were lovers that broke up?
It was too much. Yeah. And
you were madly in love with him.
He was with me, but the problem was, honestly, in the end, I really feel like I was born in this planet to do something larger than myself. And it's not just about having any hit song on the radio. It's about communicating on the radio a song that actually makes people feel either elated or have a deeper sense of their self, like what I did with the story and the sound of all of those songs. None of them were disposable. I was very picky, and I arranged them in a certain way, and what I wrote specifically until I got to A Night to Remember. Then that got a little wishy-washy because I was trying to please the record company, but there was no pleasing them because it was still me.
But True Colors, I mean, not True Colors. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I want to go back to this.
Yeah.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That was a song originally written
by Robert Hazard.
By a guy.
He wrote Escalator of Life. He had a really interesting sound coming out of Philly. There was Robert Hazard, and there was the A's.
Who brought you that song?
Rick Chertoff. Because Dave Wolf knew Lenny.
Who's Lenny?
Lenny Pizzi was the man who started Portrait Records, and he signed me. He had worked for Epic. He signed Boston. He worked with.
Is he your savior? Is he the guy who came into your life and figured it all out?
He was the guy, yeah, and he was not like the regular record company guy.
Right.
He was nice. I mean, you thought he was a phony because I kept thinking, this guy, he can't be that nice.
And
but
he was
actually
nice.
Was.
So some men in your life are nice.
Well, I have a lot of nice men in my life, and I have a son and a husband. I live in a guy's house.
Right. And so going back in your life now, I'm going to go backwards again.
All right.
All right. You get out of your parents, your stepfather, you get away from him, you leave at 17. You don't know quite what you're going to do, how you're going to make money. And you tried a bunch of different things, including being a stripper.
I wasn't a stripper.
You were a stripper.
No, I wasn't. I worked as a topless dancer.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, because the strippers they stripped. You went on and you danced and you did I was a performer anyway, so I made up a little story and did a show.
You didn't realize guys just want to see your breasts.
Yeah,
they don't care about a performance.
Well, whatever.
Right, you're an artist. So you would get on stage as a young stripper.
As a topless dancer.
As a topless dancer, and you had routines,
the
and you were putting your.
Were different.
Yes, but
Where
you were putting.
were you topless dancing?
Well, they didn't let you go. I never got to the good places. I would take a bus up to Nyack, and there'd be another girl dancing.
That's awful.
And sometimes this
you were
one
playing
time
the out of town.
And you didn't tell your mother, right? I mean, you just kind of kept that quiet.
At one point I did, and she was a little disappointed.
Right.
Yeah.
Would they pay you a decent amount of money, probably?
Well, you could make $250 a night, and if you sack some of that away, you could buy a PA system, and that's what I was trying to do.
You're financing your music career.
Yeah.
Right, and that's pretty damn good money back in that day.
Because my band said, you could always do this. You make a lot of money. And sometimes one of them would come and pick me up from the gig if it was close by.
But you said even the men at the topless, but here you are taking off your top and giving them a show, and even the men were rude to you then. They would yell shit out to you, disparaging comments. They'd tell you smelled.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy.
I mean, that's the worst thing you can say.
Then you go back and you try again with, this and, all these cleansers and,
It's true.
Oh, my God.
The lowest thing you could say to a woman is, oh, you smell. I mean, that's such a rude comment.
Well, when I was growing up, it was a very sexist time. It always is. But, recently I was at a concert, and it was hip-hop and electronic, all kinds. And this African-American young woman, beautiful songwriter, I guess, and singer, and she came up to me, she thanked me for my work, and she said, especially in this time of rape music.
Rape music?
Rape music. And I said,
what is that?
And then all of a sudden I started to think about it. Now think about it. If you're a girl and you're listening to the hip-hop and they're talking about your pussy's wet and it's all this assaultive talk.
Yes.
It's rape music for her. For me, I shut it down.
Well, it encourages men to think of women as, disposable.
Well, it's the suits, the heads of the company. They won't put out anything else.
Right.
Ask the young rappers; they'll tell you.
Right.
If you write about sex and drugs and violence, and then that's
then
cool.
you get play.
But I mean, I focus on men in your life because all of your early experiences, you describe in the book. You went hitchhiking. That's how you got. Everyone back in the day used to hitchhike. One guy wouldn't let you out of the car, and you had to blow him to get out of the car.
Oh my God!
I mean, that's got to be the
scary.
lowest fucking scary situation. I mean,
Listen, I don't
look
know
how unprotected you were.
I'm alive.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I always had a guardian angel.
Where were you hitchhiking that something horrible like this happened?
I just wanted to get to a job interview because I couldn't get there.
All alone, you decide to stick out the thumb and I'm going to get to someplace.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you get in a car, you're an attractive woman, and boom, bam, boom, the guy's threatening your life, right?
Well, what are you going to do? So I survived, and then I went on the interview. I didn't do too well.
Did you go to the police about what happened, or you just said, hey?
I hitchhiked, so I guess it was my fault.
Oh, come on. Do you believe that?
At that time, yeah.
But do you still believe that it's your fault?
I don't think you're supposed to hitchhike. I think
Yeah,
that
but you would
leave
still,
yourself
wouldn't you
Listen.
turn him in today?
I've hitchhiked in my life.
to happen to you?
And you know what? It's always a bit, you know what happened to me? I was hitchhiking in Arizona with a girl I knew. And these local guys picked us up, and they were into guns. They had guns. And they pull over on the side of the road, and they start firing off their guns into the cactus. You know, they shoot up the cactus. And I'm like, oh, my God, what the fuck is going on here? I didn't know from guns.
And
you
you're
know,
with this girl.
And I'm with this girl, and I'm like, and nothing inappropriate or weird happened, but I just remember feeling very unsafe. I mean, the situations we put ourselves in as kids, because we didn't know any better, it was a naivete, it was an innocence.
But now you should know, don't hitch.
Well, I think people
But
do know.
and if somebody does something like that to you, you call the cops.
But don't you come out of this all, Cindy, thinking, God, I didn't have a father who protected me. I didn't have a mother who really protected me. She might have been a nice woman.
No,
okay,
she
listen,
tried.
I'm not saying anything bad, but she really wasn't
beating
there.
herself. No, she
That's what I'm
was
saying.
there.
And you didn't have a strong role model. Your
Well,
mother didn't stand
she tried
up.
to put us in a convent. She stood up to him all the time. She got her butt kicked. She put us in a convent for a while to protect us too.
Is your mom still alive?
Yeah, she was in all my videos, Howard.
Ah, what do I know?
Well, you should.
But your dad
we had a
died,
lot of-
your biological father who abandoned you at 5. And you
didn't
said
abandon
you
us, he
feel
left.
bad sometimes that you didn't sell out as a recording artist because you would have had a lot more money and you could have afforded at that time to pay for your father's hospital care. Right? You say that in the book.
Well, for all of them, just to take care of everybody.
Why would you want to take care of this man who left you when you were 5? I think that's beautiful that you...
Howard.
What? Tell me. Explain it to me.
It's your father.
Your father who left you when you were 5.
He had a divorce. He left the house.
But why couldn't he visit you?
He did visit
He did?
us.
Was he good to
Did
you?
he pay
Did you
child
read the
support?
book?
Yeah,
Wait
but
a
I'm saying,
minute.
did he protect you from...
He didn't know
That's what I'm talking about.
because it was never a good time to tell him.
So he stayed in your life.
Yeah, of course he did.
Okay.
Yeah, he
All
paid
right.
child support.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a lot, but you
Right.
know,
He
who knows
helped
back
out?
then. Yeah.
So you felt bad because if I had more money, I could have taken care of my father.
Well, yeah, my whole family.
I got the sense that you felt unprotected for some reason. When I look at
Well,
that
you know,
situation...
you with people who really can't take care, you know, protect themselves. It's an odd way, you know. I think I'm grateful that I was born into a situation that gave me great insight, because now when I sing or if I write about
You have real
something-
pain.
No, I have real understanding about what real people go through.
But I mean,
Yeah,
it's
you
one-
can't just dismiss people as the 47%.
Yeah.
That's right. And I agree with that. And it just seems the whole thing with men, too. I mean, one boyfriend of yours gave you hepatitis. Again, right? Am I right?
They always came with gifts.
Yeah, now why do you laugh at that? I mean, it's one horrible story after another.
No, because I was in the hospital, right? And they
Right.
thought I had a dog disease because I worked in the pound. They thought because I cleaned up, you know, when you work in the pound, you clean up the vomit and the poop
Yeah, it's
and
not
everything.
fun.
Yeah, but it is because the dogs are so loving, and so they thought I had a rare dog disease, And then I heard a nurse talk to another nurse, and she said, well, what does she have? And she said, she's hepatitis. She said, how did she get it? And she said, she had an affair. And I just felt to myself, all of a sudden, it was like an old movie. I had an affair. It was like Betty Davis.
Right. Like you were the Scarlet Letter.
Glamorous.
Like no one had ever had an affair.
Well, I was a kid.
Yeah. I mean, men are horrible. I read this book, I Hate
think
Men.
that.
What, one guy, I think it was the same guy, would tackle you and sit on your chest. And
No, different fella.
A different guy. Another winner. Another
A
winner.
friend. He would fart on my head. It was not so good.
And he'd say, now can you hear?
Oh, no, that was a boyfriend.
Yeah, a boyfriend.
Yeah, poor thing.
He would say, poor thing. You think he's the poor thing.
Well, you know why? Because I got out and I was able to become who I was meant to become.
Do you ever Facebook these guys? And
No.
are you friends with them on
Why?
Facebook? I don't know. Just curiosity to see what they look like?
No.
I don't know. I mean, it's just horrible. The whole story is sad.
I didn't think it was so sad.
Well,
it's
it's
not
a
like
story of
Cindy
triumph.
Havisham. There's other things in there.
By the way, it's interesting, too, your take on the WWE. I would think that, like, Vince McMahon and his wife would be great friends of yours. But you were disgusted when Vince McMahon's wife ran for office. And you made an excellent point. You said, why would she run for office, a job that essentially is taking care of people, when wrestlers don't even have health insurance?
Well, they're not taken care of very well. But I mean, listen, it's an entertainment thing, and they hire them as independent contractors. But when you see them, you know, some of them hobbling, and still their love for it. They love it so much.
They love the occupation. They love being entertainers. They love wrestling.
And they love wrestling.
Right.
And that's part, for me, is sad.
But you're negative about Vince and his wife, I guess.
Was I negative in the book?
No, but you have made the statement that,
I
you know,
said, yeah,
it's
the
unusual.
whole the whatever, the senator
Running for Senate.
thing. Yeah, that's scary. But, you know, listen, I understand the wrestling thing, but when you start to step out and want to run the state, that's frightening.
Well, yeah. So, getting back to this amazing career, time after time, an amazing story. I think that's one of the greatest songs ever, Time After Time. Anne Murray turned that song down.
No. You see, what happens to the facts? You didn't really read the
Give
book.
me the, well, you know, I'm sketchy.
What are you
Right.
doing, Howard? You're just making things up.
No, I'm not. I'm come on. Cindy, what do I don't know
Robin, the
everything.
facts are
I'm a
changed
judge
to
on a
protect
talent
the
show.
ignorant. All right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, he
What
didn't.
are the facts of that?
The facts are, Time After Time was a song that was written for the She's So Unusual album, and True Colors was a song that was pitched to Anne Murray.
Right.
And it was kind of...
So I'm right. Go ahead so far.
Actually, you said Time After Time.
Oh,
was,
okay. I got the name of the song.
That's
I'm sorry.
pretty intense.
Well,
That's
come on.
pretty
Listen,
big.
I'm not living your life. You can correct me.
No, that's a big,
All right, go ahead.
big part that's
Right.
different.
Yes.
And True Colors had come, and my friend Gregory had passed away. And, you know, they were my very close friends. So at that age, when you have friends, you think you're going to live forever, I guess, and be old and sipping mint juleps. Not that I like what that tastes like, but the idea of it at the Pink Hotel somewhere, you know.
Right.
And it didn't happen. So we were very sad. And we had the funeral. I was doing the song, and all of a sudden I stripped the song down because it was, it was pitched for Anne Murray, so it sounded like country, western, gospel. So I just was working with Peter Wood at the time. Did you ever know Peter?
No.
Well, anyway, he
I don't
was a
know anybody.
wonderful keyboard player at that time, and he played with Roger Waters, and anyway.
Right.
So he, I said, just make the chords that we use. So he kind of did different voicings, and I stripped it down and just sang with the keyboard. And then when I went back into the studio, Lenny was working with me, and I said, I just want the voice to be like when someone's driving in a car, you hear it in your ear like a whisper, and everything in the song has to call to your soul. So I put a drum sound that was kind of an archaic, like an old, sounded like an ancient drum,
right.
call to the soul. And then kind of whisper in their ear, and it was a healing song. So I thought that would be the best way to heal people on a medium that does not have that kind of music on it ever.
Right.
And so, I mean, Girls Just Want to Have Fun kind of healed people too. And it didn't have that kind of sound on it ever either. So I took a chance. And of course, the promotion guys were like, "Son, where's the music? Come on, you're killing me." You know.
Right.
But it couldn't take a lot of music, because once it did, when the lyric is that honest and deep and sentimental,
you strip it down.
Yeah, you don't put more sentimentality on top of it or over sing it, because then it becomes sticky and cheesy and schmaltzy.
I feel a lot of music today is schmaltzy.
I think that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what they think that's what sells. They kind of undermine the people or underestimate the people.
But maybe it's because the singers aren't as good. Maybe they're afraid to strip down. You know, when you strip down and take away some of that instrumentation and on the effects, suddenly it's all about the voice, you know.
Well, I thought it would be good. It would be an interesting, like, scientific experiment almost, you know, of seeing if you could talk to people's soul. And, you know, you listen to the radio all the time. Why not do a healing thing, something bigger than you? So I tried to make a song. I didn't write it, but I heard in the words something that was bigger.
How many records did you sell? Do you know the figure? I mean, do you keep track of that kind of thing? No. It must be an inordinate amount of records. I mean, huge.
No.
You don't know? You're not curious?
I don't know. I remember when they first came out, it was never good enough. I was never, you know, why aren't you more like Madonna? And I'm not. You know, I didn't want to.
Were you nervous about sales? Did you consider the business side of things?
Oh, my God, yeah, because it had everything to do with our home life. Because if I wasn't successful, that meant my fiancé was not successful, so...
You felt that pressure. You were carrying everyone on your back, so to speak. I mean,
a little,
yeah. That's a lot of pressure to go through.
That's
probably
a lot of pressure on a relationship.
Where you feel like, gee, is he here for me? Or if I screw this up, is everyone going to abandon me? Don't you think some of that goes on?
I didn't think about the abandonment thing. I just felt about making people unhappy.
Is your favorite song that you do the True Colors?
Oh.
To me, that's my favorite one you do, you know.
Really? I like Sally's Pigeons. I like...
I feel that is your most raw performance.
Oh, it's naked.
Yeah.
It's naked. I like the blues stuff, too, because it was different. I like everything. I don't like to do the same thing over and over, so I don't think about my favorite. It becomes your favorite as you know, I have a long career.
Yeah, but when you do a concert, there's certain songs you have to do or the audience will walk away pissed.
Oh, come on. I wouldn't do that to them because you need to celebrate. But whatever the style, like when I had all the old blues guys with me, I did Girls Just Want to Have Fun in a kind of blues funky way because it was fun, really fun.
Right.
And True Colors, I had Charlie Musselwhite play harmonica. And I would sing to that and play a little dulcimer, too.
Do you work on your voice still? Do you take any kind of vocal? Did you ever take vocal lessons? You did.
I still study
You still
with
do.
Katie.
Why do you do that? Because as you get older, you've got to be very careful of that instrument, right?
Well, you know what? No, not because as you get older. Because as you work more, you know, when you first start, everything's about your voice. So you go to your vocal lessons or you do your voice, or you make sure you're not doing promotion and touring at the same time. Everything is about you're a singer.
But is it fatiguing worrying about your voice all the time? Do you constantly do you keep your voice at a very low tone?
No.
Can you go to a game and scream and yell and not worry your voice is going to get
I don't know if
wrecked?
I would want to scream and yell. I went back to Katie after a while because I did The Apprentice. I felt like it really messed up my voice. There was everything like environmental stuff that irritated my throat, and too much talking.
But don't you think that's a little bit of lead singer disease? You know, they always talk about lead singer disease, LSD, lead singer disease.
What is that?
That the lead singers are neurotic about their voice. Of course they are. They've got to work.
That's all there is.
But I mean, you know, oh my God, when you say to a non-performer, oh, the environment, it's polluting my voice, it's changing my voice, I can't raise, I need a day of vocal rest, I need 2 days of vocal. Everything revolves around that voice.
Isn't it great? But nowadays it's not. It hasn't been like that. I have, unfortunately, all these things like I have to leave for Chicago tomorrow because I've been writing music for the musical Kinky Boots, and so I write with my voice. And
you're writing that with Harvey Fierstein, right?
Harvey Fierstein wrote the book, and I'm writing the music, and Jerry Mitchell is the director. And now we have this amazing cast. It's a
brilliant story. I know about it. Kinky Boots.
I've seen that movie. It's based on a movie.
Kinky Boots is the story of a guy who has a crappy business. He's a shoe business. He's going out of business, and he figures out he's going to make shoes for transvestites so that they can have big, oversized shoes, sexy heels and things. So it's Kinky Boots.
He finds a niche market.
Right.
That's undeserved.
Right. And it's fascinating. And so you wrote the music, and that's going to be a play that I guess eventually will make its way to Broadway, right?
It's going to be at the Hirschfield Theater, and I guess the previews are in March. And right now it's previewing in Chicago, and I'm going to go there tomorrow to still adjust the music. And, you know, because we have these performers, like you write the song, but then you get these wonderful people who, you know, it's like a dress. You can't just put on a dress. You got to have it fitted to you. So, you know, Billy Porter is Lola, and Stark Sands is Charlie, and you have this wonderful supporting cast of people. I tell you.
Hey, will you be in? You're in the show.
I'm not in.
You're not
at all
in it at all.
I'm writing.
You just wrote the music.
Yeah.
Big bucks in this kind of thing, or no?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You act like you don't know, but you know. Are you a wealthy woman? Are you a very wealthy woman?
No.
You are not. Why is that? You're a recognized name. You're a big star. You were in movies. You made music. You did it all. How are you not a wealthy woman?
Well, I never got the big deals that a lot of people got.
Who are we talking about? Like a Madonna type deal?
Well, no. You know, like when they were doing those deals where they'd sign a person for multimedia, and I was never, like, no matter what. I think my representation was really bad for a minute. For a while.
But when you had all these when you were top in the charts, don't you go out on tour and then sock it in? Isn't that the plan?
I thought I was, but I wouldn't let them. I wouldn't sell out, and I wouldn't, like, invest in things that I thought was wrecking the rainforest, and I didn't want.
What do you mean you wouldn't sell out? You mean you wouldn't?
Well, like, you know, in the beginning, Howard, you didn't accept any kind of sponsorship from a corporation.
Right.
Because if you did, that was kind of...
It wasn't cool.
Yeah. And right after me, everyone sold out.
Went corporate.
Well, the Stones, I remember, then started taking...
corporate.
They
went
corporate. Very corporate. Corporations started sponsoring a lot of tours. You're right.
Yeah. And then so I said, okay, well, what about if we go to Kodak and ask Kodak if they'd sponsor the True Colors tour, because the song True Colors and all the color we use...
Ties in.
And they said no. And then afterwards, when my tour was over, they went to Billy Steinberg and Tom Kelly and asked them to use the song, and they must have heard me sing it live because they sang it a cappella.
Right.
So they got a little kid to sing it a cappella live for them, for their commercial.
And you didn't get it?
No.
Ay vey.
No, it was like little things like that all the time. And yeah, does my son say, Ma, what happened?
Does your son understand who you are? How old is your son now?
Oh, he understands. He's 15. He's in the reality show with me and David.
When he, you know...
That's kind of...
Is it hard on your ego when the kid starts in with you? Yeah, I mean, you know, come on. You're a big star.
Can I tell you something? You have kids.
Of course.
Yeah.
No.
Do you, when you walk in the house with your kids, you leave that big
turn
star
it off.
shit outside.
That's right. You try to. You hope it doesn't get involved, because then you're a disaster. Kids, your big star is home.
I know. You try and forget. The dog doesn't care. I'll tell you that.
You're really gonna do the reality show thing with your husband? You did it, and
we're still filming a little.
Why open yourself up to that?
I had liked Mark Burnett's people, and I didn't
After The Apprentice, you liked it.
No, I had signed with him before The Apprentice.
Oh, really?
I had gone
I'm
to
surprised you
him-
did The Apprentice.
Well, because I did it for the True Colors Fund, and it was able to fund the Give a Damn campaign.
Okay.
And I think I helped a lot of people with the Give a Damn campaign with the help of the people that worked with me. But we worked hard to try and help people. But
Was it a positive experience doing The Apprentice? Or did you hate most of the people?
I didn't hate the people, no. I really
You don't get
liked-
along with a lot of people, true? Didn't you meet Bruce Springsteen at some point in your career and it went horribly?
love Bruce
But didn't it go
Springsteen.
terribly? Wasn't the story that you
I went to a horrible Seder.
you went to a Seder?
It wasn't
A showbiz
just-
Seder.
Yeah, that was bad.
And what happened? Bruce was there.
No, all these people were at this table, and it was so awful. They were the people I could never. I didn't even want to talk. Because what was I going to say?
Wait
There's
a
nobody
second.
to talk to.
Back up. You were invited to Walter Yetnikoff's house.
Yeah, no.
Was it not at Walter's?
No,
Where
it
was
was
it?
at this restaurant where they had all these tables, and everybody was going to, what they call it, mishbuka? What does that mean?
Family.
Yeah, so everybody was going to be mishbuka, and we were all supposed to sit there. It was Easter Sunday, and we're eating stuff. I don't know.
Now,
The
why were you
pancakes
uncomfortable?
Were good. The potato
If Bruce
pancakes were good.
Springsteen is there.
He wasn't sitting with me, hon.
All right, but he's in the room.
He comes in. I went up to him and his new wife at the time.
Julianne
obviously,
Phillips.
That wasn't going good.
Right.
And I said, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you guys are here. It was really rough. I'm sitting at that table. I couldn't talk to anybody, and the women only talk when they're spoken to, and when they do talk, they only talk. They're so fearful. They only talk about their husbands. There's nothing to say to anybody. There's Pia Isadora and her husband who does the female wrestling and thanks me. And you ever watch his show? All he does is the crotch shots. I was like, I can't even, you can't imagine. And she turned around and looked at me. She said, I know what you mean. And then Bruce looked at me and gave me a dirty look. And I'm thinking in my heart sank and broke in a million pieces because I remember Rosalita and making beds when I was a housekeeper.
You thought you had a
singing.
soulmate in Bruce and he would understand you.
And he looked at me like that, and I'm thinking, E2, Bruce?
E2, Bruce.
He's actually.
So in other
I had
words,
met him a time before, and he was really nice. That's why it was so surprising.
in other words, you felt Bruce, out of all the people in the room, would understand the awkwardness and the tension in the room for
He's
you.
a rocker.
And yet he looked at you like, how
He
dare
left you out
you?
there. Yeah.
He left you out there. He was
Yeah.
like, this woman, I don't know what the fuck she's talking
Yeah,
about.
then I felt like E2, Bruce.
Yeah.
And then, I became.
Maybe Bruce thought you were being disrespectful. You should get into the spirit of the thing, try to have some fun, and not
Tell
turn
you
everything
something,
into
Howard.
drama.
There's some really fabulous satyrs, and that wasn't one of them.
Was Bruce wearing a yarmulke?
No.
He was not.
He's in a leather jacket. He
How
was
dare
dressed
he.
as a rocker.
But he was acting corporate.
I don't know. He was strange. But
You will never work with Jessica Simpson again. After you worked with her on the Divas special, you were...
So you watch Bravo, huh?
Well, come on. Why not? What happened there with Jessica Simpson?
No, she's all right. She's, she's got
She's
her
not
own
your
little
type
world.
of person.
She's not my type of talent either.
Did you get along with everyone on The Apprentice show?
I tried.
You didn't, did you?
I love Sharon.
When are you going to learn to play with others? You left
did.
Sharon Osbourne. I
love
her. Well, she's terrific.
And they didn't even afford her. They'd be talking about our business like we weren't there and we didn't know about our business. We knew more about our business than those guys dreamt about.
Because a lot of times men who run the business don't like to
these
hear...
were women.
Other women?
I wanted to be friends with this one of them because her hair was so awesome.
No.
And the more I tried, the
You
more
don't
it
connect well
wasn't.
with some people. And listen, that's
Listen, I
that's
tried.
life.
No.
I don't connect with so well with
Howard,
people
you're
either.
High
out
school
there. You're out
never
there.
stops. When you think
Right.
outside the box, it ain't just your clothes. Because I tried to fit in.
Did kids make fun of you in high school?
In high school, a little bit, yeah.
Why, you
What?
dressed differently? Were
no,
you original?
I just, at one point, I checked out.
You checked out.
I couldn't take it. I hated it.
When you were doing your topless dancing, why did you choose the name Carrot?
Carrot Top?
Carrot Top.
Because my hair was red.
I see.
And it didn't matter. You just made up any old name.
I wish I could have seen you topless dance. I would have been honored.
Of course. Don't you have a table at Scores?
I don't have a table at Scores, but I'm going to get one very soon. Is it true Annie Leibovitz did a nude photo shoot with you? Where is that? Where can I look that up on the internet?
Oh, I got all of them.
You have them all.
But I don't
You never
know where
released
they
it.
are now.
Is that true? Annie says to you, "Hey, Cindy."
No, I said because I wanted to make art, and she was such an artist.
She is.
And I thought we can make art, like John and Yoko. I wanted to make art.
Right.
And that didn't.
What happened? You hated the pictures?
No, I didn't. Yeah, it was kind of dopey. She wasn't at her best. And then we did the True Colors album.
Right.
And that was beautiful.
But the nude thing was an
That
attempt.
was nude.
And so you said to her, "Annie, I want these pictures. You give them to me." And
No,
she,
the record company, the people at the record company just gave them to me.
they did because they owned them.
Yeah.
That was nice. Hey, that's nice.
Yeah, you got
Yes?
those under your control.
Yeah, because who the hell, you can't use them for anything.
I want to see those. I want to see what happened when you try to make art. I have a feeling it was too pornographic.
No, it wasn't.
No? Why didn't you like them? You just didn't like the way your body looked?
Yeah, they weren't, it was okay. It wasn't great.
There was no art.
Well, it was trying, but we didn't make.
They didn't achieve art.
Yeah, they didn't get
they
there.
made an attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob Dylan, when you met him,
I love Bob Dylan.
I thought you were. I kind of got the vibe maybe you were disappointed because he said to you, "You're not one of those bra burners, are you?"
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, card carrying. But I said, listen, I said, being a woman, I would think I got to be concerned. If I'm not concerned about my civil liberties, who else will be? And he turned around and said, yeah. And I'm thinking, I didn't say anything.
What a conversation.
I didn't. Well, you know why? It was one of, listen, if you think that I got tortured because in your heyday, when you first become famous, everybody's really nice, phony, not phony.
Right.
And then later on, they like to give you the old,
knife in the back.
Knife in the back. And then, everybody goes through it. And maybe they were treating Dylan in those days not like he should have been treated.
But isn't it amazing when you meet some of because you're in the position you're in and you're a great artist.
Meet 'em.
But isn't
Don't
it
meet your
amazing?
heroes,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Isn't it amazing when you finally meet your heroes? They're just people. And do you ever say to yourself, how could that guy have written those songs? He's not that deep, and he doesn't seem to have simpatico.
He is deep. The problem was when he was growing up, the civil rights movement did not include women. He did not understand that women also needed to be free. And people today still think, well, what's wrong? They got everything. Yeah, you can't get paid the same. There's a glass ceiling. You have to know your place.
But don't you find it amazing that some of the guys who have written some of the greatest love songs and beautiful, insightful lyrics are usually sometimes big assholes, right?
Well, sometimes they were born in the wrong generation.
Is that it? But how can they
You're
be
very
so
forgiving.
How
No,
could they
but
be? But Cindy,
Robin-
how could they be so evolved?
They're not.
But how do they come up with those brilliant lyrics if they don't?
Because sometimes the best part of people is in their work. Like Picasso.
Right.
He was a real shit.
He was horrible.
He was a shit?
He was
Picasso?
a shit.
God.
He
Yes.
was awful to women.
Was he? How do I know that?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
Don't you know
Oh, my
your
God.
history?
Cindy, look
You
at me.
gotta
Do I
know
look like
your
I know history? I read comic books my entire life.
But Howard,
what
you're
history do I know?
talking to all these people. You gotta know.
People aren't interested in
He never
Picasso.
talked to
They want to hear
Picasso.
dick jokes. You know that.
Okay.
You
what
would
can
have
I
loved
tell you?
Picasso.
All right. So buy my book, but there's no jokes like that.
All right. So you love. All right. Let's leave it at
But
that.
you should have read the book.
Cindy, listen. I just got in today. I'm
All
going to get the
right,
book.
so
Now
go
I'm
on.
interested.
I did write you a little inscription.
Did you write the book yourself, or did you use a like a co-writer?
Well, when it says Cyndi Lauper and Jancy Dunn, what do you think?
How involved was Jancy? What was the process? You
well, I didn't want her to. They said, well, you'll have a ghostwriter. I said, the woman's not dead.
She's not a ghost.
So I don't like to take credit for somebody else's work. That
Right.
ain't my thing.
No, of
So
course
did
not.
you talk it and
Yeah,
she wrote it?
we
Yeah.
did interviews.
Right.
And then when I read it, I realized, oh my God, some of the stuff
Very
she
honest
took,
book.
some of the stuff she took from stuff I had been writing, and a lot of it was interviews. And then I realized, the one thing you didn't tell her, which you said you were never going to say, you might as well explain why you're the way you are. So I wrote about my childhood a little bit, just to give.
You wrote about it a lot.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first 2 chapters. Well,
That's right.
yeah, I wrote that so that people would understand when they said about girls just want to have fun.
Was there a moment when they were vetting the book that they took something out that you wanted in that they took out?
Well, I think my editor was really sensitive. Amy, she was really sensitive about a lot of things.
You mean, in other words, she felt that you had gone too far?
No.
What? So what did she feel?
No, she was editing stuff, but I said, listen, if you're going to edit stuff, you have to have all this other stuff so that it's not just a tell-all book. You don't want to make a tell-all book.
No. You want to have
make
some
something-
insight.
Yeah.
All right, look, let's get to some interesting things here. Cindy's Sally Pigeons and Springsteen's... I see. Oh, what is this?
What?
Cindy, Sally Pigeons, and what is this?
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know. Cyndi Lauper's book, A Memoir, is in stores now.
Yes.
That's it? A memoir.
That's a mark.
Yeah, I didn't want to call it like, a title of a song. I thought that'd be really corny. And
See Cindy, well, don't see her, but the musical Kinky Boots will be something that she wrote, the music.
yeah,
previewing-
yeah, I had partners with that too. With the music.
Harvey Firestein.
No, he didn't write the music.
He
I had
wrote the book,
partners
Howard.
in the music.
Well, that's what I'm
like-
saying, but he's also your partner in the play. I mean,
Yes,
he wrote the play.
is.
Yeah.
He's the one that I did it because of him.
Right. And usually when he's involved, the thing's a hit, right?
Well, he's a wonderful storyteller.
The show is called Kinky Boots. For tickets, you go to kinkybootsthemusical.com.
Right.
And look for Cindy's reality show, Still So Unusual.
Yeah, I just made him change it to Still So Unusual because I figured beat him to the punch.
You are unusual. You are. You're quirky.
A little
But
quirky.
that's what makes
Yeah.
you interesting and creative.
The reality show, did they come up with shtick for you to do, or do you none of that?
I have a busy life, Howard, so I just tell them, come with me.
And you don't turn off the cameras when things get intense? If you have an argument with your husband, David, or you have a...
David is the easiest.
You never argue with him.
Oh, I do, but
Will
it's
the
not
arguments
about...
be on the show?
I don't know. There's no arguments.
Cindy, we want the real thing.
Oh, you do have the real thing.
That's right.
so-
Look for Cindy's reality show, Still So Unusual, on We TV.
We Women's Entertainment.
Everything women.
Not really.
No?
No, that show, the show has a lot of, like, David and Deck just appeared a little bit, and then the network went crazy and said, "Oh my God,"
Well, we see great things, like weird things, like where you're hitting your kid with a hanger or something like that. Is there anything? Will we see that?
Well, I did the Kentucky Derby, and unfortunately, I dropped the F-bomb, which
you
could
did.
see on YouTube. Well, they didn't tell me it was a live mic.
Oh my God!
And they kept doing, how these parades are.
Shame on you.
Yeah,
The
and my
F-word.
son then, the F-bomb.
Oh,
my
look at
son
you.
turned around and said, Mom, Dad always says, if you don't curse when it's not important, you won't curse when it is important not to.
Your husband's a great guy. I know him. I like him very much.
He said to say hello.
Please say hello to him for me. And I look forward to seeing this reality show. I want to see what you're up to at home.
Well, it's not really, but it follows me at work.
Will there be nudity?
Oh, no, there's not.
Yes, he's back in
Howard.
the clubs.
Have you met President Obama? You sound like you're a huge supporter of his. Have you met him?
I met him once, when he was signing the Hate Crimes Amendment.
I see. So you are personal friends with the president?
No,
Good for
I
you.
said to him, I heard you open for Gaga. And he looked at me and he said, what are you doing here? Why aren't you singing? And he
Right.
said, oh, he was very sweet.
Did he invite you to a Seder?
No.
No, all right.
Listen, my friend Howard Kaplan had a Seder, and it was a dress-up Seder.
Right.
And it was awesome. I went as the child. I wore a schoolgirl uniform, and I brought my ukulele, and I sang Kumbaya / Let My People Go. And my friend Chris Tanner, who's a performance artist, he went as the Pharaoh and sang The Jews Belong to Me. There was a lot of Moseses there.
Wow, it sounds
Every
very...
Seder's not like
And
that.
they
Yeah, that's
were
a very
reading from
unusual.
the Bible. We ate potato latkes and we read from the Bible, and there was other food, but it wasn't as good as the potatoes.
I see.
No.
By the way, I didn't even bring up that you accused Bruce Springsteen of stealing the loop of one of your songs. True or false? What?
Okay, I didn't.
Right.
This is what happened. I went on a photo shoot, and Patty was there, his wife.
Patty, yes.
And I had just been working on Hatful of Stars. And it was like a folk song or a soft song with a loop under it.
Right.
And Patty, I was playing it so I could take a photo shoot that would look like how the album sounded. And she looked at me and she said, Sin, she commented on the loop and everything. And then a couple months later, Philadelphia was out and it had a loop. And it was at a time where not a lot of people were using the loops.
Did you consider a lawsuit?
Why would you do a lawsuit?
I don't know.
Everybody, listen, at that time, people were using loops, but it was just a weird coincidence.
Well, you might have influenced them.
It's fine.
Listen, Cindy's book is filled with horror stories.
It was still a good... It's not. It has
is.
funny
I didn't
things.
even bring up the worst stuff.
But what about the funny stuff?
Worst thing in there?
I know it is.
Your band member who assaulted you with a dildo.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man. Some of these people should be in jail, I got a feeling, after this book.
If you don't call the cops right away...
But Cindy...
It's hearsay. That's what I was told.
It's depressing.
Yeah, but there's other things. At least
I understand. And I admire you for putting it in there. I honestly do.
Well, what do you want me not to say anything?
No, I admire this. But it's sad.
And
it's a sad life.
But it had some great stuff, too.
Robin, imagine you're in a band.
Yeah.
I mean, what's Cindy trying to do? She's trying to be successful. She's trying to work with musicians.
Make everybody successful, right?
They hold her down, and they're assaulting her with sex toys.
Me?
I mean, against her will. I mean,
it wasn't just a guy; it was two women.
Two women with the guy.
Which is like God telling you it's not just men.
What did you think of that? I mean, what do you say to somebody after they do something? Were they doing it like hitting?
I said, why?
And what did they say?
Oh, she wanted to make him happy.
She wanted to make her boyfriend happy. So, in other words, he wanted to see you guys get it on.
Who knows? I don't know.
Maron.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But there was never any. You never got back at any of these people.
Do you keep playing with them?
No, I did at the time because I thought it was a way they would. It was a power struggle, and I wasn't going to give up singing just because this happened. And so I stayed and made a plan of how I would. I knew it would take me 8 to 10 years to be successful.
But you never got the dildo and then clobbered them.
I almost did, and then I dropped it.
Give me their names. I'll fix them with that dildo.
Can I tell you what happened?
What?
In the end,
yeah,
I became successful.
So what?
They did not.
Yeah,
no,
so
it's not what? That's amazing.
No, it is amazing that you became, but I don't like that these people go unpunished. I mean, this is outrageous what would happen to you. Life
punishes you.
Yeah, look at my face.
Yeah.
You want to see punishment?
It teaches you.
I mean, good Lord.
You gotta, and honestly, I put it in there because, when you go on auditions, if you want to go, don't go alone.
No, and also it's very inspiring that you kept going on. I mean, other people might have stopped.
When people tell me life was too hard, bullshit. You're gonna be a shoulda, coulda, woulda person. You don't want to be beaten down by things.
Have you ever confronted your stepfather, the guy who?
I don't even want to. I don't talk about.
You want me to confront him?
No.
Or,
you know what?
I'll protect
I'm sure
you.
he's old and decrepit.
Who even knows if he's alive?
Right now, you can handle him.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you're a kid, it's different.
Right.
You are something else, baby. You are something else.
I'm tough.
You are a tough broad.
You're an inspiration.
Yeah.
But that's why I wrote that, so that other people who if we all shared our stories, then I grew up in a time where there was women consciousness raising. So you listen to other women's stories and you learn from them.
I find a lot of women aren't supportive of other women. I mean,
that happens, and that's what happened at The Apprentice, which really made me upset because
it shows you
sisterhood is powerful.
Shows you things haven't changed, even on a dopey fucking reality show.
Lot of
you
women
see true colors. That's what true
wait a
colors.
minute, Howard.
That's what true colors, Robin, is about.
Well, the thing is that. Well, see now, but the thing is, Howard, women are raised in
a
society
that
they take on the same learning.
That's right, Robin.
That men have about
I taught
women.
Robin that.
And you get that reaction. So now stop it.
Look at you. Meanwhile, you look good. That's what's most important. Remember that.
Oh, thank you.
You're goddamn right. All right, look, Cindy, you've entered enough.
Have I?
Yes.
But there's some funny things in the book.
Well, no one wants to hear that. We like the more salacious stuff.
It's more Cindy.
We'd rather hear about Cindy being assaulted than laughing. Well, there's a lot of other stories in there, like Cindy posing nude for a college art class, but we'll get to that another time.
Wow.
I was the first streaker in my college.
I believe
Female
it.
streaker.
You must have some body you're busy showing it off to everybody.
She wants to
when
take off her
you're
clothes all
young,
the
it doesn't matter.
You're
You
constantly nude in the book. I mean, really.
Naked.
Keep your clothes on. Good for you. You're a lot of fun, I'll tell you that.
All right.
Right. And the book is called A Memoir. Cindy Lauper's book is called A Memoir.
Well, it is.
It's essentially a memoir.
What do you mean, essentially? It is a memoir, you silly.
Are there pictures in the book?
Yeah, tons
Any
of them.
nudes?
No.
Oh, too bad.
Well, one that's very,
The Annie Leibovitz pictures should have been in there. Would have sold 1 billion copies. He's sitting on Easy Street right now, honey. All right, look.
Well, did you look at the book?
I refuse to look at the book. Why would I ever read a book?
But it has
I
nice
might learn
pictures.
something. Of course, I'm
Howard.
going to read the book.
No, it has nice pictures.
It does good. All right. Well, listen, I'm sure if you're involved, there's good pictures. Cindy, I love you.
I love you too, Howard.
I'm sorry some of your life has been so hard.
Howard.
And I want to say something now.
There's good and there's bad, but there's
Sure it
still a
is.
lot of good.
I haven't found it
Everything that
yet.
happened to her made her who she is today.
That's right. And that's why
At least you're pretty. Look at my face. Imagine what life was like for me.
Did they tease you a lot?
Tease me?
You were taller.
I was beaten senselessly.
They ran him
by women, the very women you defend.
Really?
Yes, I was beaten up by women.
Oh, that's
What
too
women?
bad.
Yeah. Imagine
I don't
getting
know.
that.
He's
What, Robin? You know, in
Like
my
gangs
neighborhood,
of women beat him
girls,
up.
not gangs, one-on-one.
It ain't right.
And it's not right. It's emasculating. And look, I want to say something to Bruce Springsteen if he's listening.
He is a great talent.
Bruce,
and,
when you're at a Seder,
he has
excuse me.
children now. He has daughters.
Bruce, when you're at a Seder, put on a yarmulke, for God's sakes. And if Cindy's having a hard time,
Help her out.
help her out. Don't abandon her. She's trying to relate to you, artist. But I'm going to tell you this.
He's a nice guy.
I heard Bruce Springsteen is very fun at Sukkot, which is a very...
What is that?
That's where you go in a 3-walled hut, and there's fruit on top, and Bruce comes to life in a Sukkot.
What do you mean?
It's a
That's
religious
his
holiday.
holiday.
That's his holiday. He's not big on Seders.
Really?
If you went to a Sukkot with
Well,
him
I don't know if
at
I
Walter
like that.
Yetnikov's house, you would have a
Really?
really good
he
time.
has that? Oh.
Right. Look, there's a lot
Is
of things.
anything that's like a Catholic thing there?
No, Bruce.
mean, I'm
Bruce is
recovering anyway.
Jewish. He's a Steen, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, but he's also Italian.
That's true. I don't believe that.
Is he Jewish?
I don't know.
He's Italian Jew.
Yeah, that's right. There's many other stories I couldn't get to in Cindy's book.
That's why you
Even
leave
more
them
horrible,
wanting,
more
and
horrible stories.
They go
Please,
out and
Cindy.
look for the book.
Some terrible things in there. I felt you had an abortion. We didn't
When
even
I
talk-
was a kid, yeah.
I felt bad.
I wouldn't have got pregnant if I thought I'd get pregnant. They said I couldn't get pregnant.
Did you ever?
Who said you couldn't
Who said you couldn't get pregnant?
Well, you know, when you go for all the examinations and doctors, you have this, and it's not going to be easy to get pregnant.
What country did you go to a doctor?
Yeah, really.
Doctor sounds
70s.
terrible. Yeah. And he told you couldn't get pregnant. You got pregnant.
Yeah.
Do you have nightmares about that? Because I know you would probably
I wanted that kid, but, you know, it didn't happen.
wasn't the right time. I don't think.
No.
Whose baby was it?
It was Richie's.
Richie?
My boyfriend at the time, who was in the band, and you know,
Oh, yeah.
he didn't want to have a kid. So what are you
Did
gonna
he
do?
know? Did you
Have a
insult
kid?
him?
Yeah.
You did.
What do you want to have a kid with somebody you don't want to have a kid?
No.
I don't want to have another person that doesn't feel wanted.
Let me tell you something. A couple of people I know should have had abortions. They're terrible parents. All right, listen.
I don't know if I'm a great parent. I'm trying.
I think you're a great parent. From what I hear, I asked David about you.
David's wonderful.
He says you're okay as a parent. All right, look.
You're okay.
All right,
You're just
Cindy.
making it up. You're riffing right
I'm
now.
riffing,
Yeah,
baby.
you're riffing.
We're flying, man.
Well,
Look,
it's always good to see you, too.
it's good seeing you.
I'm sorry you felt it was sad. I thought I put enough funny stuff
No,
in
you're
there.
a triumph. Your life is a triumph. You're a wonderful artist. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, thank you.
And God bless you.
Gosh, I hope you like this music. There's some stuff in there that I think
we'll see.
we really got good. I'm writing with that guy, Sammy James, from Mooney Suzuki.
And he didn't tackle you. He didn't sit on your head. He
he's
didn't,
younger than me. He's a good kid.
Nice guy.
He's a good kid.
All right, thank God, because that could be the second book.
No.
All right, Cyndi Lauper's book, a memoir, is in stores now. We got to take a break. Then I'll do a little news with Robin. And
All right.
And then that's the end of my day. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Cyndi, I just want to ask you about something you mentioned.
Could you do me a favor?
Surely.
Put the camera
Bring it up a little
oh,
bit?
yeah, it's much more
You got it.
attractive.
A better angle for it? Okay.
Thank you.
When you were talking about your childhood and some of the difficulties you went through, and you said it's always a good story as long as you live through it.
Yeah.
That's a really amazing perspective to have on something when you're going through all these tough times. Where do you draw all that positivity from?
I don't know if I'm positive all the time, but when you're in it, you know, I don't know. I'm Italian. I'm Sicilian.
But you're able to look back on like really, really tough times and say that and mean it.
You know what? You must never let a no or an obstacle really stop you if you want to do something. Depends on how stubborn you want to be about it. You want to do something, you always find your way around the brick wall. There is always a way around. There are many ways to skin a cat, and you always have to remember that. And that's what I try and tell my kid, and that's what I try and tell other younger artists coming up.
That's a really cool message. Best of luck with your memoir.
Thank you.
Nice seeing you again.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
This is a Howard TV original production.
On this episode, Medicated Pete decides to get a toupee. Will the procedure go as planned? And most of all, what will Howard think?
So what's with Medicated Pete's toupee?
It's interesting looking.
What's your problem?
Testing, 1, 2. Baba Boo.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I came up with the idea of getting a hairpiece when I was thinking about bettering myself with the ladies. Having a hairpiece would give me more confidence and just more self-esteem.
My name is Karan. I own Hair Enhancement Studios. I'm currently located inside of the Cactus Hair Salon. I've been doing hair replacement for over 30 years. I originally met Pete back in January. I had been working with Benji and Elisa with their hair and makeup.
I first met Karan at a Benji and Elisa's show, and we got to talking about hair pieces and everything.
He was relentless. He was like, really, you know, can I have your number? I really want to find out about hair.
It so happens that I have this appointment now to get this hair done, so it's pretty interesting. When I was heading out to the Cactus Salon and Spa, I was pretty nervous, pretty anxious at the same time. I was really looking forward to doing this.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
You must be Pete, right?
I'm Pete.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sam. Come with me and I'll bring you down to Karan. Sure. Okay? Sure. You excited?
Nervous though.
A little nervous, don't be nervous.
Yeah.
You'll do good.
When I first walked in, I saw Karan's assistant, Samantha. I couldn't take my eyes off her the whole time. I was just really taken aback by her.
Sam brings Pete down to our private area of the salon where we do the hair replacement. And her job is to fill out a medical history form with all the clients.
Do you have any allergies? I'm just going to go down the line. If you have them, let me know. Lanolin, Bacitracin ointment.
No.
PADA.
I don't know what that is, but
You don't?
no.
All right, I don't think you have it. Right?
No.
Lidocaine.
What is it?
Lidocaine.
I don't know.
Latex rubber is sheepskin.
No. No.
No.
No. We're almost like flirting to a point, and it was kind of cool, and I did have wood. I definitely did.
Are you taking any medications that would affect your blood pressure, like Viagra or Cialis? Is that a no?
Not Viagra, but
Cialis.
I'm fine there, you know. I don't need, you know. My answer was no because I'm full of stamina.
Are you concerned with having your hair fall off during exercising, swimming, or sex?
Definitely during sex. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's a big concern of mine, you know.
You don't want that hair falling off.
But you know, we'll see. When Samantha was done, she took me into the room with Karan, and at that point we had the actual consultation then. Hey, what's up, Karan? How you doing?
Good. How's everything?
Good to see you.
Come on in. Have a seat.
Sure.
This is
Oh, thank you. Awesome. Thanks a lot, Sam.
Oh, man.
All right, cool. All right, Pete. So I'm glad we're finally doing this.
Yeah.
Right? During the consultation, I had to ask Pete what he's looking for in terms of the look of his new hair. Do you like the length that you have over here right now?
A little longer.
You want longer than that?
Or,
how long do you want?
A little more spikier.
Spikier. Yeah, you want to have like a, yeah, absolutely. You want like a spiky look. Like, to me, the hair, just look in the mirror for a sec. The hair that you have here is a good length. That's a good, like, about a good inch and a quarter, okay? So if you had that all the way into the front area here, it would be like you had spiky hair. Here you have nice density, so we don't even have to really do anything with this. We would just be blending this area to go in with back here. When Pete came in for his consultation, I tried other hair replacements on him so that he could see what he would look like with the hair and also how it felt on his head. All the pieces, when they come in, they're very long. See how long this is?
Yeah.
They all come in like this. Reason being is it's so that I can cut it in to design it to the person, custom design it to your own existing hair.
The hair pieces that I did try on were mainly for fun, but she did want to show me, like, what I would look like with a full head of hair.
Again, this is not made for you, okay? So if you could do me a favor, just hold.
Fantastic.
These pieces are used like, you know, movies, and, you know, you see somebody who's bald, and obviously you see them in the movie theater and they have, like, you know, great head of hair. Do you see how natural that looks?
It does look natural. I'm just like, where that's gonna fall off too, you know?
It'll never fall off. We'll go over attachments, okay? Definitely. Well, are you into like rough sex and stuff like that? Because, you know.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. So,
then you gotta worry.
Okay? I'm a menace in bed, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The fact that Pete could joke with me during the process of the consultation and the measuring made me feel really good that he was comfortable with me and what he was about to embark on. Yeah, there you go. That's like the typical rocker guy, right? Grunge, right? Yeah, right, exactly. You look more like Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. I just have to fix a little bit. I might have to blow you. Is that okay?
This is. I'm gonna whip it off. Let me whip it down.
I'm just kidding. Come on, feel enough.
Sam, what do you think?
I love it. You look like you're like from Wayne's World.
Hot?
Oh, definitely hot.
Hot?
Definitely hot.
Would you do me with this?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know how my boyfriend would like that.
All right. She broke my heart in 8,000 pieces by saying that she had a boyfriend, and that was a little very disheartening.
Towards the end of the consultation, I had instructed Pete exactly what would be happening when he came back for his installation appointment.
As far as the pieces that we've gone over and I've talked about to you and everything, there are different ways to attach them. So that's what we're going to discuss next, okay? For you, what I would recommend is I have a medical adhesive. It's built into like a tape formation, and you would come to me for service like once a month or so. As your hair grows, you need a haircut, that type of thing. And it gets attached onto the piece, and then I attach it onto you. And you could swim, scuba dive, shower every day, you can go to the gym. Everything you normally do in your life, you can do with that.
Right now, I'm feeling a little nervousness and just want to have it go well. Have everything go well.
So how about I measure? You're all set? You think we're good to go and everything? You have any other questions?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
In order to make a proper hair replacement for a client, what I have to do is make a mold.
Just look straight ahead in the mirror, okay? And I'm just going to do this to you, okay? Not going to suffocate you or anything, okay? And then what I need you to do, okay, is to hold these two, to hold those two pieces right there, nice and tight. Okay, you got that?
Then what I do is I take a Sharpie and I mark out the area where I actually want the hair to be.
Everyone's used to looking at you with this look to begin with, so you don't want to go too far from what you look like now. So you want a receded hairline. So
you do?
You do, yes. It looks more natural that way.
Okay. I've never had saran wrap tied around my head before, so it's pretty. I was like, whoa, what's this?
And I'm just going to ask you, Sam, just to hand these to me, okay? Thank you.
Wow, what a look.
Right?
What a look.
At the end, I take the mold off and I cut it into the shape that the Sharpie had outlined for me. And basically, that's exactly what I send to my manufacturer with the hair samples, and they make for me.
Karan had to cut samples for my hair. And I was like, oh my God, this is the last thing I need is to lose more hair. So I'm like, what are you doing?
Is this closer to your natural color? Or, I mean, like, what color are your pubic hairs? Are they like this color, or are they this color? Because usually that's a good match.
They're like your, you know.
They're like this? Yeah. I mean, if you're not sure.
You want me to whip it off and show you?
Yeah, well, we'll see, okay? Okay.
All right, yeah. My package is pretty big.
So. Oh, all right. Well, there you go. That's another. See, now you're going to have great hair, big
great
package.
Great hair and great package,
You're
you know?
good to go, right?
1-2 punch, you know what I'm saying?
Upon completion of the consultation, Pete felt totally confident and comfortable with the whole process. He totally understood exactly where we were going with this and how he was going to look. So generally, day one is consultation. And then the second visit, the client comes back to get the actual hair replacement installed. In Pete's case, we needed to expedite everything, so it was only a couple of days later.
That second day when I walked into the salon, I felt very anxious about getting the hair piece.
So you're all excited for today?
A little nervous.
Nervous?
A little nervous,
what are your concerns?
Well, I just wanted to look right, you know?
Yeah.
I just wanted to look good. Just look as natural.
Look natural, absolutely. I promise you it's going to look natural. What I'm going to do to start is I'm going to blindfold you. Okay. Because I just have to do a little preliminary myself just to check, you know, everything's good. The base looks good and the color and everything. And then we'll get started after that, okay? You're going to look like the Frito Bandito over here, okay?
We played a little joke on him. Before I showed him the actual hair replacement, I put a fake hair replacement on him.
This is pretty much what you're going to look like, okay? Just to give you an idea. Cool. All right, so check it out. How's that look? Wow, it looks really good. I just have to cut the bangs, and that's it. Right?
Interesting.
I think that looks really natural. What do you think?
It does. It does, actually. Yeah, that's cool.
Right? That's Absolutely, awesome. Yeah. You got bangs now. You haven't had bangs, right? You still have your receded hairline?
That is awesome.
He
he actually liked it. It was funny because it's a little sample that I use for color sample, and he actually liked the way he looked in it. It was very funny.
All you need to attach it is Scotch tape. Do you have Scotch tape at home? If not, I could get you some Scotch tape, okay? I'll hook you up.
Okay.
All my customers go home with Scotch tape. It's my gift. So basically, that's it. Just cut the bangs. It looks natural, right?
Yeah, it does.
Let's repeat. It's a joke. It's not. It's not the real piece. So if you like this, you're gonna love what you're gonna get.
I don't know what the hell I was getting into. I was like, is this it? Scotch tape?
So once we were done with our little prank, I showed Pete his real hair.
Obviously, the hair's too long. I have to cut that down.
Gotta cut it.
Yeah, we'll go through that whole process. So I'm gonna attach it like here, cut it in, and spike it.
That is funny.
Pete's piece was completely custom made. It was not something sitting on a shelf. It was not something out of a box. I sent the measurements to my manufacturer, and they literally took a piece of lace, cut it into the shape of the mold, and hand tied each hair individually into the piece for me.
I was first a little nervous about the length of it. And then once she told me how she was going to cut it down and fit my head, I was a little more at ease.
Yeah, so I'm just going to wash it quick now, okay? And then I'm going to put my medical adhesive on, attach it, and then we'll get started with cutting, okay? It's important to wash the hair all in one direction so it doesn't tangle and knot out.
Then what I do is I take the medical adhesive, apply it to the back of the hair replacement, and then place it onto the client.
So I'm putting this medical adhesive on it so that it stays on all the time. You don't have to worry about it falling off in the shower or during intimate moments or anything like that.
Hopefully
okay? Anybody
moments.
pulling in and tugging on it, it'll stay on, okay?
Yeah.
When it is ready to come off, it'll get loose. You'll feel it kind of getting loose a little bit because your hair is growing underneath it. So you'll need to come back to me to do that. And I have special remover, so to speak, to take it off of you. And then I wash you, I cut you, I blow you, and then I put it back on.
Should blow me. Nice.
Blow dry, I should say. Exactly.
I love it.
Put you back together, and then you're on your way. And that can be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, Pete, so I'm just going to ask that you look straight ahead, keep your hands under the cape without touching yourself, and just, okay, like that, that's great. Okay, just as of right now, just look straight in the mirror, okay? Okay, and now just look at my finger, okay? And then follow me with your nose, okay? Very good. Just put your head up a little bit. Perfect, and just stay right there. Thank you very much. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay. Again, I just want to reiterate the base. Okay, it's a medical adhesive on the base. All right, so it's designed to stay for a month. Okay, and then I'm just going to place it where your natural hairline would be. Okay, and then
Actually putting it on.
Yep.
Okay. Karan, throughout the whole process, made me feel at ease, letting me know that it was going to go as smooth as possible.
Now just look straight ahead in the mirror, please. Okay, and I do my little test, which I call my Mickey Mouse ears. I just go like that to make sure that it's even, which it is. Okay, and look, even if you were to leave your hair long, which we're not, okay?
Like this.
Like this. Look how natural. I mean, it just looks like it's growing out of your head, right? Isn't that amazing? Once I cut it in and spike it, it's going to look even better.
When the hair replacement comes in, the client is always apprehensive as to what it's going to look like. Because it's a lot of hair, it always looks darker, it always looks curlier, straighter. It always looks the opposite of what they think they want and what they're going to get.
I noticed it's a little darker back here.
Well, this is the thing. The hair that I made you is not going with your hair back here. It's blending with the hair up here.
With the hair in the front.
This is now your front hair, which you did not have.
Okay.
This is your crown, okay?
Okay.
And heading into the back of your head. It needs to blend with this hair and your temples and your sides.
Okay.
That's what it needs to blend with.
My concerns were how it was going to look, how it was going to look on my head, and what color it was going to be, if I was going to be able to spike it up or not. So there were concerns there.
The hair will come down here, okay?
That's crazy.
So you could slick it back, you could spike it up. Anything you would do with your own natural hair, you would do with this hair, okay?
That's crazy.
Great, so now we'll start cutting, okay?
Yep.
When I cut in a hair replacement, basically what I do is I start in the front and I cut the hairline. The hairline is the most important part of a hair replacement. It's done with a razor, it's done with thinning shears. It's a technique that I've perfected over the 30 years of my being in business. Then what I do is I take it in sections and cut around the perimeter of the piece to blend with Pete's hair, all along taking into consideration the type of look he wants. He wants the spiky look.
Now I'm just here cutting it and it's getting shorter. I feel more at ease the way it's gonna look in the end, the way that I wanted it to look like.
Overall, I was very, very happy with the way everything came out. It looked great.
When I first saw Pete walk through the door to the Stern compound, I thought, what does a twitching guy with Tourette's and a lot of weird mannerisms need? A fake hairpiece that doesn't match the natural color of his hair. That'll learn him.
What's up, man?
Hey, Gary.
Good to see you, dude. What's happening?
How you been?
Good. You look good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
He's telling me how he's somewhat disappointed he hasn't gotten pussy in the first week. So give it time.
I'm getting a little excited.
You didn't get it in the first 40 years. Could you wait another week?
Yeah, it's a week.
Yeah. I'm feeling adrenaline rush. My adrenaline's pumping. I'm getting real anxious and nervous to go in front of a national audience to show my hair.
He was fidgeting with his little buttons and snaps on his wrists, so he definitely had some anxiety.
So what's with medicated Pete's toupee?
It's interesting looking.
I got to see this thing. Bring him in here. Oh, wow. You know what?
Oh, no.
He walked in and he sat on the couch, and for the first time he was able to look me in the eye. He had like a cocky attitude or something.
Dude, you totally are looking at me like in the eye, like you're all confident now with the hair.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted.
You know, he is kind of attractive with hair.
Yeah, look at him. You're falling for him. What, did you read 50 Shades of Grey and get yourself worked up?
So I'm sitting in the green room, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, they come and get me. Gary comes and gets me and brings me in, which I totally did not expect.
Hey, Karan, how you doing?
Good morning. Of course, I'm really excited and really happy, but at the same time, really like apprehensive, like, okay, now he's going to say how bad he really thinks, you know, the hair looks.
Why does the color not match his, like he has a different color on top of his head than he does on the side?
Was that by design?
Yeah, did you want two-tone hair?
His hair that he had there, his very soft vellus hair, baby hair, was that color.
I see.
And his hair, as it goes back, the new hair graduates into his own hair, so it actually gets darker as it goes back. When you look at him, though, you don't want to see a dark
I thought it was that we didn't pay enough.
I was just too caught up in the moment, too anxious to even hear what he had to say about it. But generally, he did like it. It did get a good response from him.
Look good, man.
Hey, how you doing? You look good.
Thanks. You know,
I got that.
just trying to.
Thank you very much. Thanks for
That was awesome.
Trying to do something different. Does it look really messed up? I mean,
The front looks good, but right in the middle you got a big bald spot.
right
Well,
here.
that's because of the
middle.
headphones.
The headphones.
Up here.
No, keep going back.
Up here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me see.
I'll-
Bend down.
Up here. Oh.
Yeah, it's got to get fixed.
You got to work on that.
Like I said, his hair was like blonde all in
look good,
here, but what I'm going to do in the fall is
You feel more
lower.
confident.
I've been trying
It
to.
looks good.
You know, something different, something that I just wanted to look into. So.
If you didn't tell me anything, I don't think I would have even noticed that he looked any different. You know, I don't think it made that big a difference. So when I looked at it, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, you know, I think if he changed his shirt, he'd get the same reaction.
I think Howard liked it, right? He didn't, you know.
Sounds like he did.
Yeah, definitely, right? You know, he didn't hate it.
No.
So that's good, right? I know it was really important to Pete that everybody here at Howard really liked his hair. So he went around to everyone at the office, and overall, everyone liked it.
You seem like you just have more excitement and energy, and you have good eye contact going.
Yeah.
So you're like all over the place. Seriously, I'm being serious. His confidence is clearly up. He's looking people in the eye. He's standing taller, even though he's so diminutive. He's carrying himself a little bit differently. So overall, I think it's a good idea for Pete to do what he did with the hairpiece.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it.
Oh, that's sweet, bro.
You look nervous.
No, I just don't want to hurt it or anything.
It's like spiked up, a little blonde.
There's rug in my head now.
No, it looks good, man.
I don't think it's going to help him get laid. I don't see more pussy in his future with that thing on his head.
Looks good. You look younger. You definitely look younger.
I was first looking head on and his head was down, so all I saw was that blonde tuft, and I didn't think it looked bad. And then he turned his head, and I saw the rest of his hair, which was a completely different color, was not attached to the tuft in the front, and it didn't look so great. But you know what? I like Pete a lot, and if it gives Pete a little bit of confidence, I'm okay with it.
I touch it. Is it good? Oh, look like somebody got caught in the butt in his head. What is
Thanks, Pete. I
somebody cut his color?
You got it, man. All right. Yeah. You like the new look?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The new dough.
The new dough?
The new dough. I just got a new hair transplant this past week.
You're acting weird. You gotta go.
Oh, we voted on you. It took 2 seconds.
Hey, Richard,
Leave Richard's busy. New dude. What is he talking about, Richard?
I don't want to say anything bad because Karan was really nice, and so I'm going to just say it looks great. It looked really good.
What are you doing back here? What do you want?
Hey, Richard.
Richard's busy. We're cutting stuff up. We're working. What do you want?
Yeah. You like it? You like the dough?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You like the dough?
Yeah. What's that? You know what I like to do? I like to shut the door.
I would say before this, considering that Pete kind of looks like an emaciated Sting on crack with HIV, the hair made him look like an emaciated, crack-headed Sting with HIV with hair.
Did that? You like the new hairstyle?
Good luck, buddy.
Interesting, huh?
No, but yeah, there's a lot of you that's interesting. The hair is just the start.
Pete looks like an idiot. There you go. Done. That's it. That's all it needs to be said.
Hey, thank you. How you doing?
Amanda,
Like the hairstyle?
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
talked about it. That's good.
And finally, Will had me hit on one of the female interns.
So, the reason why I know it's
That's not good. I am single and Phil, so you know. Want to have a chat later on? We can do it.
I'm actually taken, but you know, thank you for the offer.
All right.
I would give him a fair chance and go on a date with him if I were single and I were not in love with my boyfriend, and if he had asked again. And you know what? Why not?
They just don't know what they're missing, you know. Big penis, big personality, you know. Chicks love the penis, and they love a big dick.
I think it's going to go really well. Robin's concern was the maintenance, and that is a major part of it. Because looking good now is, you know, inevitable, but later on, let's see what happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll be able to maintain it. I'm going to keep on top of him and instruct him what to do. And even though we'll have like a long distance relationship, we'll try to maintain it as best we can.
Pete, listen, don't fuck with me. You better come in and get your service, okay? I'm gonna hook you up. I don't care how many fucking trains you gotta take, okay, to get to me, but you better come for service and you better be looking good. Otherwise, I'm gonna hunt you down and rip the thing off your fucking head.
I promise I will maintain this look. I mean, I really want to keep it going and to maintain this look. And next time you see me, you'll see a new, improved, medicated Pete. Hey, you like my hair, girls? I mean, come on over. This is fucking sick. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I've been living long for this. You love it? I mean, come and get me. Come and get me. Would you like some fucking roses, my love? I have some fucking roses right here, my love. I should come get some of this, my love, you know what I mean? I should fuck you, you know? Fuck you, my love. What's up, man? Yo, fucking sick show in the back, man.
fucking rocking 20,000 fucking people, dude. Just fucked up and like coked out and shit and fucking rocking on, dudes. I mean, we're going all out, man. We're going all out. Come and get some of these. Oh, lovely, lovely, beautiful, beautiful.
You look like when they put E.T. in a wig. All right, that's good, man.
John Lieberman is here with some headlines. He's got a breaking story about a new feud that's broken out here on the show.
Really?
This is a feud between...
John Lieberman was hired because he's Jewish.
Who's the new... John looking at Sour Shoes. Something to look at, isn't it?
How you doing, Sour?
Good morning, John.
I spent a day with Sour.
That was great.
You're at his house, and you said his room is like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, his room resembles my 5-year-old's room. There's Hot Wheels cars, there's G.I. Joe figures, there's animated shows on the TV. I mean, what cartoons? You were watching cartoons.
He can't be a brony. No, don't tell
Are you a brony?
That was actually the cartoon I'm helping create, Ming the Minibus.
I'm part of a cartoon called Ming the Minibus.
Oh, yeah? I don't care.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
he was...
Anyway,
he
so
was
John, what is his story?
So we have a few breaking...
We
have a few breaking stories, Howard.
Yeah.
The first is this new feud that you just referred to. The relationship between Jason Kaplan and J.D. Harmeyer has deteriorated.
Yeah, I think I have some tape on this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, yeah, here's J.D. and Jason fighting. J.D. now is in a feud with Jason. Think about that.
I guess some guys just, want to just pump up their Twitter.
Hold on, is this Jason's passive-aggressive way to try and make sure he's seen as the best employee ever around here?
You heard what he had to say. I'm not going to disagree with him. I am the best employee around.
By the way, what's wrong with the guy trying to prove he's the best employee around here?
It's not a proof thing. It's actually doing a good job.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. It started when Jason voiced his displeasure that the Block Party guys tweeted out photos of the weekend's events instead of sending them to Jason for howardstern.com.
Yeah, well, they don't give a fuck. This show doesn't do anything for them. Jason's right. Jason's the only motherfucker around here who cares. Ronnie, send it to howardstern.com if you got a picture. We're the fuckers who are putting you on the map. You too, Shuli.
I didn't send any out, Howard.
Who did it? Ronnie?
No, we are.
And what's wrong with Jason pointing that out? I commend you.
Well,
he is the fucking best employee around here.
No. It's not just that.
What? What's wrong with him being a good employee?
No, it's not that. He's making it seem like I don't give a fuck about the show when
You don't?
I do. Yes, I do.
Why did you...
Howard, can I help out a little bit?
Go ahead.
Jason's big complaint is that the Block Party goes away and they tweet, they send out all these pictures, but specifically...
Well, I guess Twitter employs them, and they're trying to build up Twitter.
But specifically with JD, he's like, hey, you get to go out on the Block Party because of the show, yet you come back and you won't tell us who you fuck.
Well, I get that, but I'm just saying, with the pictures, I don't get that.
The pictures, and this has been a long time. Like, I've tried setting up Dropbox accounts with these guys. I've talked to them.
Hold on.
Oh, you going to interrupt me? I'm sitting there talking
No.
here. No.
Okay, fine.
No.
Go ahead, talk.
No.
In all fairness, it's funnier when JD talks. JD, oh wait, sorry, what? What'd you say?
JD is very articulate when he's fighting with Jason. I have 45-second sound bites from yesterday where JD doesn't say once. Well, he is very upset about this.
Let me just say something, not just for JD's ears, for everyone around here. Being a good employee is a good thing.
Yeah.
Jason's sitting at home saying, hey, why don't you send that to howardstern.com instead of Twitter? Like, who do you work for? Tell me, Howard Stern or Twitter?
I work for you, but there's two things.
So does Twitter ever pay you?
No, but there's two.
All you care about is your Twitter followers and getting verified. Cancel your fucking Twitter. Every guy here should cancel his Twitter account.
If you want me to cancel, I'll cancel.
Good.
I don't care. Okay, fine. You cancel your douchebag.
He's not the problem. You are.
Yeah, you're the problem.
All right, tell me why what you're saying. I don't even know what you're saying. What's your defense?
There's two things.
Okay.
First, instead of being...
What? He didn't even get one thing out.
What did you just say?
It's hard to be around Jason at work.
Why?
Because
when else are you around him?
He's
tried asking you nicely to.
No. He didn't ask me at all. That's the problem.
That's not true.
That's so not true. He went over to John Lieberman and did the story in front of me, voicing this displeasure.
He's never said to you,
rather than coming up to me beforehand and say, "Hey, would you mind sending me the picture?"
Does JD have a point?
Hold on. Second of all, in the past, before this weekend, in the past. I'm not like the block party photographer guy or whatever.
But okay.
But I've told.
Did he ask you in advance to send it to howardstern.com?
No.
I will address both points that JD brought up.
Not my pictures.
I will address both points. First of all, I did the story with John Lieberman as I was sitting at my desk. I didn't go find John anywhere. JD was sitting next to me. I didn't go. I was sitting at my desk doing the story.
Coincidence.
Before JD left for the trip, I stopped by his office and I said, hey, man, if you take any good pictures, send them my way. And I say that to him every single time they go on the trip. And by the way, I didn't single...
Is he lying?
No, I don't remember him coming up to me.
I absolutely did. And I have in the past before. And I did not single JD out.
And it's not just you.
Yeah, I didn't single JD out in that art. If you listen to that, I just said in general, like I was sitting at home this weekend and I see Ronnie's got great tweets going out and all these awesome pictures.
Forget tweets.
I had
tweets, howardstern.com.
But I don't know why. So I was just venting. I was venting to the news. I admit it. I was venting my frustration.
If you got good content, put it on Howard Stern.
And then, but the bigger story here is that JD's not angry about this because what happened was he just started unloading on John Lieberman about things I didn't even know he was angry at me about.
What is he? Now you're deflecting. Hold on. Let me get the one thing at a time. Don't worry. We'll get to Geek Time.
And by the way,
enough.
It's okay if he is a good employee.
Yeah.
He happens to be.
But
he's one of my go-to guys.
I know Howard, and I respect him as a good employee.
I love him.
But when he's trying to make other people who bust their ass for this job, make it seem like they're not good employees.
All he did was say to you a couple of times already.
He did not. He did not.
I have, and by the way, again,
and I'm not even saying he can't use my pictures. I would get them up to Howard Stern
so
or whatever.
Do you get the
problem.
point? Does everyone get the point?
Yes, but
who do you work for?
I work for you.
Who?
You know that.
Who's you?
You, Howard Stern.
Okay,
Howard
that's
Stern.
all I want to know. Do you work for Twitter?
I wouldn't even go out on the block. I don't even need the block. I don't care about the block party. I love you, Shirley. But this is fine. I will just do this.
It's fine if you go out, but if Jason gives you the word, hey, you send the pictures to howardstern.com, do it.
I do. I have. Yeah. And in the past, I've told the other people that do the regular photography for the block party.
All right.
This has very little
to send them to Jason.
This has very little to do with the block party, though.
You.
This has to do with a personal feud.
Yes.
What is the feud?
It's all coming from JD.
Why JD? Why do you not like Jason?
I heard it was a bad time for me to hear because I had not slept much. But I heard.
Why haven't you slept much?
Because I flew from Los Angeles into here and came straight to work.
I don't need this block party.
Yeah, way to come to work exhausted.
And the block
Jason,
party.
I did my fucking work still, asshole.
Yeah, but
you said my work.
You said you're half awake doing it. You're not giving 100%.
All right. I'm done.
Where are you going?
Oh, my goodness.
I can't deal with this fucking guy.
He's basically saying to you, you're probably too tired for work.
No,
you just said
I was fine. I was fine for work. I just, if I was...
You said, he's not making that up. You said you were too tired.
I know, but he got me at a time
when
you're
tired, you can't be working on full force.
Yeah, no, but I was fine with work. It's voicing certain opinions about other things I should keep my mouth on.
Look, because I like that Jason lets me know that you're too tired to work. I do. I like it. And you can call him a kiss ass, you call him a suck balls, but he's the kind of guy. He's my go-to guy.
Yeah, I know. So I don't want to be in a feud with him at all.
Then why did you? All right, then don't be in a feud with me. Say you're sorry and wind it.
Are you better when you get full sleep?
I
yes
don't
or no?
know.
You don't know if you're better?
Yes. Are
you a better worker?
No, I try and be as good as worker as I can whenever.
My job
sleep or not
comes
sleep.
first. This radio show
It
comes
is,
first.
I know.
Even though America's Got Talent, I only work on it when I'm off
I
from
know.
here.
How? I know. You don't. I know.
I was asleep at 9 o'clock Sunday night. What time's your plane land?
What?
That's a good question. What time did your plane land on?
3 o'clock.
Yeah,
then why are you so tired?
Well, part of the
I got
problem.
here straight from the fucking airport.
Jet lag.
Oh.
Well, no, Howard.
I got here straight from the airport, douchebag.
JD did come straight from the airport. Part of the problem was the reason why JD was more tired was because JD prefers to fly on Virgin Airlines.
No, I flew JetBlue this time.
Will you let me finish, please?
What is going on around here?
JD has asked the block party organizers to please book him on Virgin Airlines because it's better for his sinuses. So he didn't get a Virgin Airlines flight this time. So he did not have a good flight.
What do you mean?
Which is why he was more tired.
See, this is Jason over laughing because to get some more attention.
Oh yeah, I'm the only one who finds this funny.
Virgin finds.
No, you're over laughing because this is your MO.
Virgin Airlines is better for your sinuses?
Yeah, it tends to be, yeah. But I flew JetBlue. I flew JetBlue this time, and it was fine. There's nothing there.
There's nothing there. Come here.
What?
You bumming out?
Yes, because I'm dealing with him.
Look at me.
What'd I do?
Who loves you?
Who
loves
do.
you? Right.
And I love you too. I love the show.
All right, so
but I don't like dealing with Jason.
Jason's making you a better employee?
No, he's not.
What are you going to do with the
he's not.
pictures now?
I won't tweet any more pictures.
Don't be sleepy. Don't be sleepy, and take your pictures and send them to him, and he'll distribute them.
That's fine.
All right,
there it is.
Good to go.
What are you fighting about? The guy's making sense. You're just upset that he's right.
Whatever. I don't like him. Never mind.
You laugh at everything. He's laughing too. Both you two idiots laugh.
I'm not laughing.
I'm having a good time.
You're mad at him because he's having a good time laughing? You laugh at everything.
I'm not laughing.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Apologize.
Thank you.
You were wrong this time.
I apologize to HowardStern.com for providing the content first there.
And considering I run HowardStern.com, I accept your apology on behalf of the entire staff, which is me.
All right.
But JD, you think that Jason is much too condescending. You're not the only person who said that, but you've said that.
Yeah, I do.
That could be a little condescending. That's true.
Little.
But yesterday, I don't know. I was doing a news story with John, and you blow up, and then I go home. I'm listening to the news stories. He's not even yelling at me about the block. By the time I get home, it's past me being a kiss ass. Now he's screaming about Geek Time and how I book guests on Geek Time. I'm like, he clearly has a lot of issues with me that came out with this blow up. But
does seem you do.
Jason away from work is a lot different from here at work. So
I don't think that's true.
Well, sorry, it is.
That's
how I feel.
Alrighty then. All right, John, you've uncovered another feud. Howard 100 News, right on target again. That's disturbing.
But listen, we all come out better people for this, JD. JD, we're going to be a better employee.
You're a better person.
Thank you.
Jason, carry on. Nothing wrong with what you said that I can see.
Thank you, sir.
All right, get back to work. There he goes. Jason, Employee of the Month. Good work, John. Jesus, you can cover everything around here.
Jason.
Yes.
How much of what just transpired in that studio is genuine disappointment for JD's picture taking and failure to communicate with you? And how much of that is just trying to get a rise out of one of your coworkers?
So we're dealing with two different things. The story I did on the news yesterday that angered JD so much was not about getting a rise out of JD. It was about me venting my frustration at the block party, all of whom I've asked for pictures before. I've set up Dropbox accounts for. Shuli's usually the best at it, but it's always like a day late. And then this weekend, I was watching. He tweeted great pictures this weekend. There was a lot of cool stuff coming out, and then you hear Howard open up the show with it for 2 hours yesterday. I had no pictures. So I vented to the news. So that's part one. But everything in the studio right now is just to get under JD's skin because he's clearly furiously angry at me for. You'll have to go find out for your own reasons what that is. And at this point, it's just funny. I mean, we're on the radio, sitting there goofing on him. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Yeah, I was totally trying to get a rise out of him today. Why wouldn't I?
And you even got Howard Howard on your side. You even got Howard to pile on a little bit.
I didn't get Howard to do anything. Howard knows I'm right. I didn't listen. I told my news story. The reason JD reacted so harshly to it is because he knew I was right, and Howard backed it up on the air. I just sat there and agreed with everything Howard said.
You seem genuinely dejected. Is that because of Howard siding with Jason, or just the way the whole segment played out?
Probably just everything overall. Just I really don't want to be involved with Jason, period, and I really wish I hadn't said anything because you can't win. You just can't win.
Perez.
Hello, good morning.
Looking good, man.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to be here. You know, when you feel good and you're happy, you look good.
It emanates from you.
Oh, thank you.
All right this way, sir.
Hi, nice to see you.
JD was wrong, Jason was right.
So what brings you back today, man? What are you promoting?
Well, I always love coming to chat with Howard for no reason, but I'm in New York and I'm here for at least a little bit longer. I'm doing a musical, which is really exciting. And not just gay people are into musicals, women and some straight dudes too. Yes, there are some straight dudes that like musical theater. Maybe Howard does. Do you know if he does?
I know he likes to do parodies of musicals and other show tunes.
Well, there you go. This is kind of like what my show does. It's called Musical. And it's kind of like Saturday Night Live with songs. So it's super fun.
An interesting take on
pop culture,
right.
Celebrities, politicians. I play myself. I play fictional characters. I play real life people. It's been a blast.
A satirical blast.
A satirical blast in your face. Boom.
All right, man. We'll see you in the studio.
All right.
He's lost 90 pounds, he says.
Good for him.
There's been a lot of rumors that it was like plastic surgery.
I don't think it was.
He says no.
I don't think it was. I don't think you can.
No, I agree, but it was
in
just
that kind of shape from plastic
No.
surgery. Hey Perez, how you doing? Have you lost more weight since we last saw you?
Well, I was talking to Gary actually. I showed him some photos and. I don't weigh myself, Howard. I just look in the mirror and I'm like, how am I looking? But I have abs now.
You were fat. When I first met you...
I was very, very... That's an understatement. I was obese.
When I first met you, you were obese. You had started the website Perez Hilton. I became interested in it. I remember a lot of people didn't even know about it at that point.
Yeah.
And you've grown into a big business. But you were kind of a miserable, unhappy guy.
I didn't know at the time that I was unhappy.
Right.
And not that I would say I was depressed or awful or anything like that, but now that I'm healthier, I'm definitely happier. Actually, I'm one of those cheesy dudes now. Like, I'm going to say something that...
Go ahead, say it.
Oh, I was in yoga the other day.
Right.
Talking to my yoga instructor, and I said to her... Actually, I tweeted about this yesterday, too, a little Perezism. I said, you know, I believe in this concept of yin and yang, in that I can be really deep, but I can also be very superficial. And the fact that I have abs now makes me a lot happier.
Well, that is superficial, but yet we're talking about your health here.
Yeah.
And, you know, you talk about being an unhappy guy, but in a way, when you were unhappy, you would spend, like, your entire life in that room with the computer doing
at a coffee shop for the first couple of years,
right,
actually.
and doing Perez Hilton and not worrying about anything else except Perez Hilton.
Yeah.
But now you have a life.
Yeah.
Now you're doing a Broadway show. Now you're doing, like you said, you're
my
going.
family I'm taking care of.
You're going to the gym. You're working out. You have friends now. How the hell are you burning the candle at both ends? How are you keeping that whole Perez Hilton thing going? Because you're sort of the reason for the success of it.
Yeah. Well, now it's just.
Do you have a staff?
Making choices. Oh, I definitely have a staff. I have 5 websites now. I have my own radio stuff I do. I started my own TV production company. I'm trying to get my Howard Stern on.
Yeah, but you can't be doing a Broadway show and working out.
Well, the great thing about that is that it's at night. I'm working out twice a day.
Right.
I don't sleep that much. But that's okay. Like I love when you love what you. How much sleep do you get, Howard?
Not much.
All right. When you love I love what I do, so I'm not complaining.
So when I follow you on Twitter, a lot of times it's pictures of you now shirtless. Most of your pictures now involve your body.
I said this a couple of years ago. I said when I have a banging body, I'm gonna be nearly naked all the time.
There are pictures of you in your diaper. There's a picture.
Diaper?
Yeah, the other day you took a picture of you.
Does he wear a diaper?
Yeah, it was a Halloween thing he was involved
in. A diaper? I don't think I had a photo of him in diaper.
You were practically nude.
It was from this show where I play Prince Harry.
Right.
So I'm wearing it's like a nude underwear.
Are you far from doing a full nude shoot?
I would.
You wouldn't do a sex tape.
No.
But you would do a tasteful photo shoot with your cock and balls.
I mean, I don't think I would do it with like a boner or anything.
No, but I'm saying.
But I would get naked.
You would?
Yeah.
Wow. This is a new you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people have accused you of achieving this through plastic surgery, but I don't think you can. I don't think you can get
You can't get abs. And you can't look healthy or be healthy. It's been a 5-year process, and I'll share the secret with anybody listening who wants to know. The secret, as I've realized recently, is that it's pretty much, for me at least, 80% what you eat and don't drink.
Right.
Because you can work out every day, but if you're cheating a lot and boozing a lot, you're not going to be in really good shape.
I recently lost about 12, 13 pounds. I needed to. I was getting a little sloppy. And I noticed I cut out drinking wine at night. That's it. Out the door. I mean, that kind of
sucks.
Makes
a difference.
But it sucks. But
I've reprogrammed my brain to no longer associate like drinking or eating bad things with having fun.
Right.
Now I just have other types of fun, like going to see
shows. But don't you ever look at those people who are doing all of that and remain skinny?
Yeah,
and
that's sickening.
Abs?
I don't know. That drives me nuts.
So for me, it's 80% what you eat and don't drink, 15% working out, and then 5% genetics. For some other people, it's more than 5% genetics.
Right, and they get all the genetics.
Yeah,
but are you starving yourself?
No.
You appear to now be getting into the area where you're almost anorectic. True?
No.
No?
I'll show you my abs, Howard. Don't make me.
Are you unnaturally thin now? Are you? This is not even. This is ridiculous.
Now I eat a lot, but I'm also very like I'm that dude now who before the gym takes a protein shake.
Right.
After the gym, I take another one.
Right. You've got it all figured out.
Yeah. Like I'm eating all the time, and when I eat, and like before at night, I take a casein powder so that it's extended release while I sleep.
Were you ever this skinny growing up?
No, never. I
kid.
never, ever had abs before, and I don't even know how long it'll last because I also realized that maintaining abs is ridiculously hard work.
I would think now you're naked with partners a lot more because now you're proud of your body and you become more sexual.
A lot more, yes, but still not a lot.
Right. You haven't met a guy yet that you are in love with. You still have not opened your heart up to that.
My heart is open.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You could meet a guy.
I'm also very picky.
Yeah. And when's the last time you went on a date?
What are you looking for?
I don't know. I'm looking for a husband. But I'm also open to sex and all these other things. Last time I went on a date was in August.
And
that was the same with
and we hooked up. It was awesome.
You hooked up.
He was a dancer.
And what happened? You blew each other?
But he lives in a different city.
I see. So you can't get together.
Yeah,
you blew each other. You had a big date.
But we did more than blow each other.
He went up your asshole. Right?
No, I went up his.
You went up his asshole. How was that?
He's a dancer.
Was that fun?
it was like magic. I had not been with a dancer. The things a dancer can do with their butt.
Really?
Really?
What do they do?
Well, just even before we did that, you know, sometimes straight people can do this too. Like if you could just like rub it without even sticking it in, and the way he was able to squeeze.
His ass cheeks were tight.
Yes.
And you just went up against those steel buttocks.
That was just like the warm up. That was the appetizer, and I was just blown away at how good that was.
Did he blow you first? Did you come and then you had to wait and then go in his ass?
No, but it was a long time. I was also ridiculously drunk at that point, as one does in Vegas.
Right. Okay, so you were drunk, you met a dancer, you go back to the room,
first, we went in
blow
the shower.
each other. Always the shower. Well, why not? Get clean.
All gay sex starts in the shower.
Well, this sounds like a very exciting guy, good-looking guy. Why not husband material?
Well, he lives in Vegas.
So what?
He's in a show. I'm not going to move to Vegas.
Have you been calling him? Have you been talking?
We've been keeping in touch, and I'm in New York now.
Right.
I'm open to hanging out again in the future. One of the things, cheesy as it may sound, that I've been working on in 2012 is to be more open.
Right.
So I'm trying to be open to experiences, to people, to opportunity.
He's probably looking at you at this point, as odd as it may seem. You're a sugar daddy. You've got a couple of million in the bank now.
I'm not interested in being a sugar daddy.
Well, you could relocate him, move him in with you.
I also want to try and find an equal, and that's also one of the
somebody who's also a producer.
He had the potential, and I'm not dissing it, and he's a great guy. He still is unsure what he wants to do in the future, like when he's done with the dancing career.
Right.
And
you're at a different point in your life.
When somebody has uncertainty about their professional life, that can manifest itself in unhappiness. And I'm very certain with my professional life, and I'm really happy in that respect. And I want somebody who I think is an equal.
Take me into that.
You're a little too. You got too many rules.
He has a lot of rules. Take me into that room in Vegas. A lot of people love romance. You get in the room, the dancer and you begin blowing each other simultaneously or one at a time?
Well, I actually was a little bit shy at first because he's so hot.
Right.
Am I really going to get it on with this super hot dancer dude?
Well, you have fame now, and that's what happens.
And he's the one who suggested going in the shower. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Right, let's see what happens.
I'm down. And then it was a lot easier.
He soaked up your balls?
Once he initiated things.
Did he soap your balls?
All over, not just the balls.
So he washes out your asshole, your balls, everything, right? And that feels good.
Yeah, it felt really good.
And you don't blow a load when the guy's washing your asshole.
Actually, he said, bend over, I want to eat your ass. And I was a little uncomfortable with that just because you're with like a first-time person.
You don't know what smells.
Well, I don't like being in the... Not that makes you inferior or anything, but you have to surrender some control to do that.
And you're more masculine that way. You like to be the man.
I like being in control.
Yeah.
I'm a control freak in every aspect.
So he says, I want to eat your asshole.
Enjoyable.
He announced this to you in the shower.
Yes.
And
he didn't use the words, I want to eat your asshole. He's just like, bend over.
He said, bend over, and then he starts kissing your ass.
Yeah.
Literally. And that's in the shower. This must be some big shower.
It was a huge shower. Right. I stayed at a really nice hotel.
And his tongue went into your ass?
Yes.
And what did that feel like? Was that the first time that happened to you?
It felt mostly good. Well, it happened before, but I don't usually do that with somebody.
And when a tongue is in your ass, while it feels good, you're saying to yourself, gee, I wonder if there's duty back there. I wonder if it smells. Am I correct?
Well, we're in the shower, so there's less of a concern for that.
Right. Good. All right. This is a positive experience for you.
Before that, it hadn't been a while.
Actually, jerking you off? Wait a second.
I had a pretty slutty summer, which I'm very proud of.
Perez, when this guy's tongue is in your asshole, is he massaging your penis at the same time? He is.
Oh, each other.
Each other.
Yeah.
I can't even figure out this position. You're massaging his penis while his tongue is in your asshole?
Depending on the position, yes.
Wow.
Just grab from behind.
Yeah, I tell you, it's a wild.
You need a roadmap.
You're not kidding. Now, were you afraid of any kind of STDs? According to Paris Hilton, who you get your name from, all gays have AIDS. So
we can talk about that. Actually, let's talk about that.
Go ahead.
I've people have been asking me about Paris Hilton that I know, and her homophobic remarks, which are clearly homophobic.
Yes.
And I'm not making excuses for anybody or anything. The thing with her, though, is unlike somebody like Jerry Falwell or the Westboro Baptist Church, who clearly are making inflammatory statements on purpose.
Or Ahmadinejad, who's just said at the UN yesterday that how can America tolerate gay people? Only a society of wealthy capitalists would tolerate gays.
I think Paris last week was just being ignorant and not hateful. And
I
that
agree
still
with you.
Doesn't excuse her words and actions, but
from what I understood,
if I had to put it on a scale with what other people have said,
I happen to agree with you.
And she's made out with girls before, and still, gay people themselves or bisexual people can still be homophobic.
I am not, I'm not a fan of Paris Hilton. I don't get the whole thing, but. I think
are you a fan of Kim Kardashian?
I've had her on the show and everything, but I guess something. I don't know. There's something weird there, but I don't know what she does. But here's the thing. I agree with you about Paris Hilton. I do, because I think that she was with a gay friend and she's saying, "Oh my God, gay people are so promiscuous," and she's having this conversation. And
she was clearly drunk or high or whatever.
I would guess so. Yeah. Do you hang with her?
Well, she came to see the show that I'm in like 2 weeks ago, which was very nice of her.
Right.
And they make fun of her in the show, which I didn't tell her about, but she took it with stride and laughed and thoroughly enjoyed it.
So you're now a performer. You're in show
I'm doing
business.
this off-Broadway show called Musical. It's kind of like Saturday Night Live with songs.
Are you naked in it?
I play Prince Harry, so I'm pretty nude, which hopefully won't dissuade people from coming.
Do you have a lot of lines?
Yeah.
This is a real job for you.
Yeah, I play myself. I play real-life people. I play fictional characters. I feel like I'm a freshman all over again because I came to New York City in '96 to study acting at NYU, only now I'm wiser and staying in a nicer dorm.
And was it a difficult thing to learn how to act with this play?
No, I wasn't even nervous. What's great about it is that I'm not pretending to be anybody other than who I am or what I am. And actually, the first line that I sing in the show is...
You sing?
Yeah.
Are you a good singer?
The first line that I sing is, if Rosie O'Donnell can be on Broadway, then fuck it, so can I. That's literally the first line.
Did you recently have an experience where you were on Glee?
Oh, I was acting on... Yes.
And you worked with Lindsay Lohan. And you said... She is very, very unprofessional, like more unprofessional than you might think. What happened? What was your experience working with Lindsay Lohan?
Well, Lindsay is currently hospitalized. Did you hear this?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's in the hospital in New York because she's suffering from pneumonia or God knows what.
She's 26 years old.
But didn't she go out the other night?
Last week she went out partying, and I'm sure that probably didn't help her health.
Right.
That she's been living it up well in New York. But she's been working a lot this year, which is a good thing for her. But I'm shocked that she still gets gigs.
Right.
One of the first things she did this year was Glee, and I filmed that with her in April. I was a judge on Nationals. And the first day, well, actually, before we even showed up, the director, I've never talked about this. Ever, anywhere. But time has passed now, and you're the appropriate venue.
This is the appropriate place. Yeah, I'm curious about this.
The director for the episode... Eric Stoltz. He used to be an actor himself.
Eric Stoltz played that lion face boy. Mask. Yeah, I love that movie. And he was in the sequel to The Fly.
He was.
And I love Brindle Fly, and I love Fly too.
He was in Pulp Fiction, remember
He was in Pulp Fiction.
Now he's directing.
Why am I yelling?
He's directing a lot. He's directed a few episodes of Glee.
Right.
And before we showed up, he personally emailed me and everybody that was a guest star on that episode saying, the way I like to work is I want people to come off book, meaning completely memorized, knowing all of their lines.
Oh.
So I came completely off book, knowing all of my lines. Lindsay, that first day of shooting, didn't know her lines. And
how book means.
Yeah, but how could she How could she expect? I mean, this is a girl who's acted. How could she expect to go in on a movie and not know your lines?
Sometimes she thinks maybe people think, well, I'll learn it while we rehearse, because you still have to rehearse it before you start shooting.
That's true, yeah.
And she did, but even after rehearsing it, she still didn't know all her lines and kept having to ask for prompting of what am I supposed to say now.
So while you're shooting, she's saying, "Give me a line."
That was the first day, right? And that went fine enough.
Okay.
Then the second day of shooting was a few days later in a different location.
Right.
This day, the second day, actually the first day didn't make any headlines.
Right.
The second day, actually, people were reporting because it was in a big auditorium with a lot of extras, like dozens and dozens of extras. And she showed up over 4 hours late.
Maron.
Over 4 hours.
Are you
like, how do
shitting
you
me?
show up that late? And then her publicist.
And what is the excuse? What did she say?
Her publicist released a statement saying that there was a miscommunication about call time.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
please.
Oh
it's printed on a piece of paper.
Oh my
and then
God.
it gets worse from there.
And this is a girl who she needs work.
I know. You would think that she would. I showed up early every day.
Of course.
Because I wanted to show that I'm a professional, that I'm appreciative for the opportunity.
4 hours late.
At least. It might have been a little bit more.
So she finally gets into makeup.
And then it gets worse. So we're judges in this performance number. Me, Lindsay, and Rex Lee, who was on Entourage. And she couldn't even be bothered to sit with us. And the majority of the time had her stand-in sit there while they're filming. And then, because she's like, oh, they don't need me until they have my close-up. But I'm sitting there, and so is Rex Lee.
That's so rude.
That is.
It's very rude and unprofessional.
And what is Eric Stoltz, the director, doing during all of this? He's probably like, what the fuck am I dealing with?
He's trying to keep the cast happy because one of the other actors, Dot Marie Jones, blew up because Lindsay's unprofessionalism slowed everybody else down, and then they're going to have to be there later.
Well, you know what? You know, she's right, whoever that was.
Yeah.
Because, I was thinking about it. Like if I do another season on America's Got Talent, and
you don't know yet if you're doing it.
I'm thinking about it. And if Sharon doesn't come back, and they get somebody else in there, another woman or something,
I'm available.
or you, Perez. The only thing I expect that person, I don't even care if I like them or not like them. I just expect them to be on time and be professional.
Well, for me, being on time is being early. I try to be early.
Me too.
Because our time is valuable.
And I'm successful in the business. I could probably pull a prima donna thing and get away with it, but it's so fucking rude to everybody. I don't know how you live with yourself.
Big productions,
but if you saw
that, or anytime.
But if you saw Lindsay Lohan's mother on Dr. Phil, you see where this behavior comes from. It's irresponsible behavior.
I know. And then it got even worse after that. Then when she did sit down to film her close-ups, she kept taking numerous breaks to go either to the bathroom or to go smoke or whatever, and wouldn't even ask for permission.
Just got up.
She just got up and left.
And what do you do during that?
Everybody's like, where's Lindsay? Where's Lindsay? And then you just keep shooting, and then you try to shoot around her.
But you're a ballsy guy. I'm surprised you didn't say, hey, because if I was working in that, I would have said, listen, honey, you're late one more time. I'm not only leaving, but I'm going to make sure everybody in the fucking world knows how unprofessional you are.
Well, I'm saying it now, although I'm surprised that
you didn't want to be part of the problem.
Exactly. Yeah. I was surprised that other people weren't telling her, like, oh, you shouldn't really be doing this or that or the other.
Yeah, and you would think that she would be especially uncomfortable around you because you have real power. You have millions of followers on the internet.
And then she did that Liz Taylor movie where she also had drama on that, too.
Well, yeah. I mean, on Glee, it's a simple couple-of-day job, right?
Yeah, no, she was playing Liz Taylor. Like, I don't know how many chances she's going to keep getting. And I don't know why she gets so many chances and somebody like Tara Reid doesn't get as many.
Eric Stoltz, though.
I don't know.
Eric Stoltz is a professional guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was great. He was awesome.
Well, how does he handle something like this? Does he go over and talk to her and say, look, you're not
That's
doing
more of a producer's thing. Like, the producers have to handle it. He's doing his job directing and setting up each crew and dealing with all the other actors.
He must have been so distraught.
The cast had a nickname for her.
What was the nickname?
They wouldn't even call her by her name. They would call her that girl. That girl is making us late again, or that girl is being so unprofessional.
Yeah, like how?
Pretty delayed.
Yeah.
So delayed that they had to add an extra day. I was only supposed to do one day at the auditorium, and it ended up being a second day too, which is more money.
But when you're personally in a situation like this, you know it's great for the website. You know it is. Why did you not write it up?
Because I was appreciative of the fact that Glee hired me, and I wanted to respect that thing.
You respected their privacy.
Yeah.
In other words, you weren't hired there to be a reporter. You were hired to be an actor on the thing, and that's it.
And also, they said, we just want to make sure before filming, things are cool with you and Lindsay and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, as this is all going down, I'm like, well, I can't say anything.
Right.
But
It's been months now.
Wow.
You're not working together anymore.
No, you don't think you'll be doing another film together?
I mean, God bless her.
So you're in the play.
It's called Musical.
Musical the Musical at the Kirk
It's a lot
Theater.
of fun, yeah, on 42nd Street.
So you're living
in
in
a
New
former
York.
strip joint.
You haven't gotten laid since August.
I'm living in New York. I decided that I'm going to stay an extra month in New York once the show's over, just to have fun.
It's a wonderful place.
I work so hard, but when I'm in New York, I get to sleep in a little bit longer because I have to wake up extra early when I'm in Los Angeles.
Well, you can work from anywhere, right? When you run the website, you basically need a laptop.
But I do radio as well, so you have to wake up at a certain time. But in New York, I can wake up on New York time and not be on New York time when I'm in LA. So it's
working
a big
out
difference.
for you. So you were critical of Brad Pitt's mother. She wrote an open letter opposing gay marriage in a local newspaper, and she's
knows, also said things about Angelina and all that jazz.
She's a live wire, huh? And like, isn't that a weird move? Isn't that a weird move when you're a mom of a celebrity? Don't use that to trade in on you. You know you're going to get attention.
My mom runs things by me first.
Of course, that's the right thing to do. That's how you do it.
And I treat my mom really well. I'm kind of a mama's boy.
So you were on. Let's review what else you've been up to. You were on the Oprah Winfrey Life Class show because you were a former bully who is now reformed.
I mean, that's, if you were to sum it up, that's it. But it was also more of talking about my spiritual transformation. And a lot of times it feels cheesy talking about these things if you haven't experienced it. But I realized this year, I went for 5 whole months without having a single drink. Not that I have a drinking problem, but without having a drink or having a cheat day. And what happened was
a cheat day?
Where you eat a piece of candy.
Yeah, I didn't have any cupcakes or pizza, none of that stuff. And I was only going to do it for a month because I wanted to take it up a notch this year. One of the things people don't talk about when you lose a lot of weight is that you have excess skin.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have surgery to get rid of excess skin, and the only way to get rid of it is to do surgery, which I'm not doing, or patience, and to build muscle and lose more body fat. So I was going to go through this hardcore thing for 1 month, and I actually ended up doing it for 5 months. But I realized that sometimes an intense physical transformation, or when you also increase your physical health, it can manifest itself in a spiritual transformation. And I've become a lot more spiritually happy and connected.
What religion did you find?
None, but
Are you praying to God?
Well, I would say that
he prays to a little fat
my
man.
whole
That's right.
understanding.
Are you now a rabbi, Perez?
No, but
Right.
I do feel like I've had this spiritual rebirth or awakening where my whole interpretation of what religion or spirituality means has changed. Meaning for me, I'm tapped into this thing I call energy. Because energy is real. It's a scientific fact. Some people call it God. Some people call it
energy. I like because energy is a fact.
Some people call it the light. Some people call it spirituality. Some people call it creativity. Some people call it chi. Whatever it is for you,
you've got it.
I call it energy because energy is real, and also energy is negative, and it's not always positive. Like sometimes people say, oh, how could God create this or God do that? You know, a battery has a positive and a negative sign, and you need both in order for it to work.
Who gave you this whole new philosophy?
What is going on here, Howard?
Did you come up with this?
No,
I like this energy thing.
I don't think I even came up with it. What I think is
you might have a new religion.
No, what I think is I was able to tap into this thing that I think has existed
I like where
for
you're
a
going
really
with this.
long
Believe it or not,
time.
I'm with you on this. In other words, the energy, whatever it is, when people go, only good things should happen if you're religious, the energy is sometimes negative.
Yeah, that's how energy works. It's
Now,
not always...
the way I hear it is when you were unhappy, you wanted to make other people unhappy.
Right.
And when you got happy, you were more inclusive, you were more compassionate, you were more understanding because you had been where they were.
There's a great quote.
I'm waiting for me to get some positive energy.
There's a great quote that Maya Angelou, now I'm quoting Maya Angelou, and Oprah. I'm quoting it, Maya Angelou via Oprah. But I believe it, and it's true. It's like when you know better, you do better.
How many stories have you sat on because now you're a good person?
Right. It's not even about having to sit on stories. It's just more about how I report on them. Absolutely. And
what is the big story now?
Stories.
What is the story you're following
it's still
now?
girls out of control. It's still, unfortunately, now it's Amanda Bynes.
She's interesting.
Whom I'm really shocked by because I know her really, or I knew her really well. She came to my birthday party many times. We would go out and meet up for dinner and stuff.
So what do you think happened?
What happened to her? She flipped out?
Clearly, I don't have proof, but in my mind, it's drugs.
You don't know, though.
Or alcohol. I haven't seen her do drugs, but...
Is Amanda Bynes going to top Lindsay Lohan as the biggest fuck-up in Hollywood?
Biggest fuck up of 2012 thus far, yeah.
But the real fuck up is always Lindsay Lohan because she had a huge career and she really fucked up.
She's the biggest fuck up because she doesn't learn from her mistakes.
Right.
I feel like every time I'm on, Howard, we're talking about Lindsay Lohan.
You're right. When is that going to end?
It's a broken record.
Yeah.
At least Britney Spears somewhat got her act together.
What is your take on that? Does she have her act together?
Well, I think thus far I've been enjoying her on X Factor.
On X Factor, right.
But it's also been edited.
Yes.
When the live shows start, it'll be a different story.
Right.
But don't you find it odd that she's always making faces?
I love that.
You like the faces.
Oh my God, in GIFs. I actually did a whole photo gallery of Britney's faces. That's one of the reasons to tune in, all of her faces. Do you like Mariah Carey, Howard?
Yeah, I actually
met her through the show,
and she was actually very nice.
America's Got Talent.
Yeah, she seemed very nice. Why?
Mariah does not like me, and I'm surprised in that.
Because why? You're a gossip columnist?
Well, I've said some things that are critical of her, but the thing I find...
so have I.
I know. The thing I think is interesting about Mariah Carey is that she claims to have a great sense of humor, but I don't know if she really does have a great sense of humor.
Well, maybe she's like me. I have a really great sense of humor, unless it's about me. Other than that, I'm fine. I'm very sensitive, too.
Just because I can make fun of somebody doesn't mean I dislike them.
Right.
I want to set the record straight. I actually love Mariah Carey.
You like her music?
Yeah, not all of her music.
Right.
Like her new single stinks. And it bombed.
Did you say that on the website?
Yeah.
Well, that's why she doesn't like you.
But I'm not going to lie. I can still be positive, and I'm not saying
But you understand why she would be upset by that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't really turn to traditional religion because you're a gay man, and religion has been very, very they've not been inclusive to gay people. Let's be honest.
Not
Catholic
at all.
Church
or they haven't been inclusive to a lot of people.
That's right.
A lot of things, yeah.
You know, and it also upsets me that so many people still in this day and age use religion to hate others.
It's amazing.
That's why I like the word spirituality, because you could be very religious but have zero spirituality in your life, actually.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That is really true. I see a lot of that.
Yeah.
You're saying most of the people in the world are still using religion to hate.
Robin, thank you for correcting Perez. You're absolutely right.
I mean, we've got the whole world carrying on about religion and whether nations should exist and if we should blow people off the earth.
That's right. Well, listen, Perez, you're doing well, and
Thank
I
you,
like
Howard.
that. I continue to follow you on Twitter.
Thank you. I follow you.
I see.
How's Beth?
Beth is doing very well. And
I see Beth was at the opening of the Metropolitan Opera.
Beth went to the opera last night with her two
want to
friends.
Go to the opera?
She went with her two friends, Andrew and Daniel, and they went to the opera. And can you believe I didn't want to go? Look, it was a school night for me.
Why weren't you there?
You want to know why I wasn't there? Number one, look, what am I? I mean, that opera I could throw up from, but.
I hadn't heard of it before. It's like an Italian one, Il Trav. I don't remember the name.
Traviata?
Yeah.
No, not the Traviata. It was a different one.
Well, you know what it is.
I didn't see what it is.
If I didn't have to work the next day, I might have tried going. You know, why not take a nap? But you know, who knows?
While the opera's going on.
I mean, I might have gone because it's my wife, and I like to try new experiences. Why not? But
I love all the stuff she does too. I have an animal website, teddyhilton.com, where I feature a lot of the things she does, and I love all the things she does for animal rights.
Yeah, she
if
works
she's
hard.
listening, hey.
Hello. Well, she's a big fan of yours, you know.
Yeah.
She's on that website of yours way too much. And she sent me a text this morning, and she said, I really loved the opera. which I was like, oh no.
So now she wants you to take.
Well, she didn't say that, but she went and she left the apartment last night like all decked out in this gorgeous gown.
Yeah.
And, I mean, and like sexy with the titty showing and everything. And
Would you ever move full time to Los Angeles, Howard?
You know, I love Los Angeles, and I would live in Los Angeles in a minute. I think it's got great weather.
You could move your show there if you wanted to.
You know, I really couldn't. First of all, well, you know, look, I got 3 kids. They're in the New York area. My parents are in the New York area. My sister, you know, the people are around. But if I had to for work, I would move to Los Angeles.
He acts like there's no transportation back.
Well, come on.
It's really easy to get back.
I'm happy I'm in New York. I love New York. But I'm not one of these New Yorkers who thinks L.A. is vapid and stuff. I'm vapid, so why shouldn't I live in L.A.?
You're perfect for L.A.
I would go to L.A. and I'd sit there and people would say, you know, the people are so different in L.A. They're so slow and laid back. And I went, I don't really see that much of a difference. I don't think.
I love L.A. too, and I love New York.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, listen, we got to, you know, I've lived all over the country. And the truth be told, it's not that different anywhere you move. You can have a good time anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I mean, I lived in Hartford and loved it. Loved it. It was great. Nobody bothered me.
But you don't talk to anybody.
That's right.
You really know the people.
90% of my life, I sit in my room. So if I'm sitting in Hartford or I'm sitting in Manhattan, it makes no fucking difference to me. I don't go anywhere.
Although the weather is a little better in L.A.
L.A., the weather, that I'm into.
I know.
Yeah,
I do love that.
But I almost moved to L.A. years ago when I was working at 92.3 K-Rock here in New York. It occurred to me I had to be on the radio in L.A. And I went to management. I said, I want to syndicate to Los Angeles. If I can't, I got to move. I'm going to quit my job here, and I'm moving to L.A.
Wow.
And they said, all right, we'll let you syndicate. But I would have quit and moved to L.A. And I got offered a job years ago at KLOS before Mark and Brian were there. And I would have taken it because I like L.A. But this is how it worked out, Perez. You understand?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was just thinking of the whole America's Got Talent thing and you being there. I mean, you can do both, but also then if you were in LA, you could even do even more TV stuff.
Believe me,
if you wanted to.
I don't want to do anything more. It's enough. No, I'm really happy for you. You're doing well, and you're a nice guy, and I'm
always a good time. Howard.
Always good seeing you, Perez Hilton in Musical the Musical. Why don't you go over and see him at the Kirk Theater? For tickets, go to musicalthemusical.com. Check out Perez at perezhilton.com. And he is looking for a husband that will eat his asshole. Yeah, I think you're into it. You like it.
There's lots of potentials on Broadway.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I would think you're a real catch. And you're doing well. You're on Broadway. You're in movies. You're all over the place.
You got it all going on.
You gotta go to the opera.
Wow.
Girls love that. Thank you. How
you doing?
See you.
Yeah, you're in shape, man. Look at
you. I got abs.
Look at that. Now, you did get rid of the belly fat. That's what I can't get rid of.
I still have, like, you know, it's still, especially
down,
like in the back. Like, no fucking scars. It's natural, but I feel so good.
That's good.
I'm in shock. Like, it's really like.
Did you have a
is that
gut
really
like
me?
This? See, I got this.
Yeah, I've still got all that.
No, you don't. You look good.
Prez, so much.
I want to come back when I'm not promoting anything because I want people to know that I would come back if I have nothing to promote. So I'm here through mid-November, Howard. If you want to hang again.
You just like bullshitting.
I could co-host. I'm not trying to take Robin's job. But I could tag team with Robin.
You just enjoy sitting in there and bullshitting with Howard and the gang.
Howard, I mean, I don't want to blow smoke up his ass, but he really is a legend. And being here, it's just so awesome because he's the best at what he does. And I always leave so inspired. Being inspired is a great thing.
And it's so far outside the realm of your typical promotional tour. Like, you're just...
Well, I would just be happy being here and not promoting anything.
Right, just without that hanging over you. But
and then we can just talk about anything, really. Actually, we always do, but...
Right, I was going to say, so much was made today about your transformation, spiritually, with your weight, physically, also your attitude. Are you worried about walking that fine line because you made your living, or at least initially, on being so edgy and saying controversial things?
Even though I'm being more positive, I still upset people, and people still saying tweets like, "Oh, you're going back to your old ways," or "Why'd you say this?" or "Why'd you do that?" I'm not trying to please everybody. I don't need to be liked, but I don't want people thinking that I'm, contributing to people being mean or hating or possibly worse things.
You can be controversial and positive at the same time.
And I am, kind of inherently.
All right, good luck to you, man. Thanks for stopping by.
I'm on the new iPhone, and so what I liked about it was you could watch. Gary sent me a link to his new TV show. He has a TV show on the internet.
It's called They Call Me Baba Booey.
They Call Me Baba Booey on the Nerdist website. And so I was in my car, and I could, I put it on. I was on 4G, and it streamed perfectly. The problem is Gary's show is so fucking awful that within, I literally lasted a minute. I really wanted to watch Gary's show.
What are you talking about?
It's so. I'll tell you why. And I don't want to be cruel. I want to be like I'm a judge on AGT. I want to be constructive.
Okay.
And actually help him.
Yes.
Because he's been around me long enough to know how to broadcast. First of all, Gary's new show is a gadget show. He reviews gadgets. And he's very, again, with the Sonos. Oh, Sonos. Again, it was his new show. Sonos. I love Sonos. So fucking I love Sonos. He starts to talk about the Sonos. He doesn't talk about... When Gary talks, he's kind of interesting. When he reads, he's horrible. So instead of getting up there, and you know he could get up there on this stupid TV show that no one's watching. It's on the internet. Doesn't have to be, quote unquote, so professional.
Yeah, why write it down?
It's all written. You can tell he's reading off a teleprompter. It's just numbingly dull. You want to hang yourself. I was in the back of a car. I had nothing to do. I'm stuck in Obama traffic. UN traffic, whatever the traffic was, and I go, let me finally watch Gary's show. Now I have time. I'm doing nothing. And I turned it off after a minute. And he has this other horrible habit, which I should point out, if you watch this show. When he's reading off the teleprompter, I guess he wants to appear like he's not reading on the teleprompter, so he lifts his chin and he points it up to the sky. So you're looking up his nose and at his neck, and it's like, Gary, look into the fucking monitor. Look into the TV camera. Look into the teleprompter.
Talk to me.
Talk to me. It's just one horrible... Now, by the way, I only saw a minute of the show, and I